Well, good evening, everyone. This is Rick Phillips for CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. And we are here for high school football. We've got the Blue Lions of Washington Courthouse, and obviously the Wilmington Hurricane. And we are at Alumni Field. We're back home after being on the road for a while, Joe.
Yep.
I've got Joe Davis here to my left, and I'm going to be doing double duty. Many times I do. I'm going to be doing the color and also do some camera work here. We are doing homecoming tonight for Wilmington. There's a lot of teams throughout the area that have homecoming tonight. Wilmington has homecoming. Our other crew is at Wayne High School for Wayne's homecoming, actually following the Beaver Creek Beavers with AJ and crew. And then also we have homecoming tomorrow for the Wilmington Quakers, our college team. They have homecoming. Our game will start at 1 o'clock tomorrow on the Campus Nation Network. And Massey is hosting the Hillsboro Indians. They're also with homecoming tonight. So a lot of teams in the area. Homecoming night. It's a beautiful night for football, Joe. I think that
homecoming for the girls, walking across the field and being out. This is a nice homecoming night.
Right. Don't have to worry about your hair getting wet or your clothes getting wet. Just a perfect night for high school football, and we're just happy to be home and being able to do that. Let's remind you that as with all hurricane sports, we are being brought to you by Bogart's Memphis-style Southern Barbecue, and Marty Bogard wants us to pass along a reminder that they have changed their operating hours for the winter, and just to remind everybody, they are closed now Sunday and Monday. They are open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 5:30. Those are their winter hours. They were effective the 1st of October, and they will run through the winter. They may expand that format just a little to add some hours here later in the winter, and we will, of course, apprise you of any changes in their schedule. And we appreciate Bogart's Memphis-style Southern Barbecue helping us bring not only hurricane football, but hurricane sports on the Campus Nation Network. To give you a little background on the Washington Blue Lions, they on August the 26th played Northridge, and they won 42-26. They then followed with Circleville on September the 2nd, and they won 48-42. That was a close game, back and forth kind of game, much like what I would expect possibly could go on tonight. I expect a high-scoring game, and I expect it to be close. I don't know that any team's going to run away with the game. Certainly, London on the 9th of September, they were close with a 35-22 loss to the Washington Blue Lions. Hillsboro then, once again, probably got one of the closer games to Washington. They lost 35-33 as Washington beat Hillsboro on the 16th of September. Then they came back and they played East Clinton, and they won 42-22 on the 23rd of September. Their big loss, their only loss this year, has come at the hands of the Clinton-Massey Falcons. Massey pummeled the Washington Blue Lions last week, 70-0.
In the last game, they'll meet in the SCOL.
Right, and I don't know whether that was purposeful. I know that Coach McSorley, he's a football man, and football is first and foremost, and he's not really about politics or politicizing anything. I don't think that was, any purposeful thing. That's just the way Massey plays football. It's all out. They don't hold back. They don't, I'm not saying that they just will score 100 points on you, but obviously they want to make sure that you realize you're playing Clinton-Massey, one of the better teams in Southwest Ohio, particularly in their division. Now with Wilmington started off the year at home. They played Little Miami and won 42-12 pretty handily. They then followed with the Greenville Green Wave on the 2nd of September. They won 26-7. Once again, not a bad score there. They traveled to Vandalia Butler and sort of had a hiccup there. There were a couple runbacks that sort of propelled Butler to that win. Butler won 42-21, but the good thing is Butler has continued to win, and so Wilmington is still still in the playoffs as of right now. They just need to keep winning and keep putting their winning tradition forward for the rest of this season here. They then followed in the 16th at McLean, and Greenfield. They were kind of outmatched. They lost 62-19. Then we traveled to Hillsboro, and once again a blowout game on the 23rd of September, 61-36. And then we were at your alma mater last week, and East Clinton. They were maybe competitive at the beginning, but then.
And if you notice, Greenfield, Hillsboro, East Clinton, the first quarter.
They were competitive.
In fact, most of the first quarter and most of the first half, the games have been competitive. And then Wilmington, and I think part of it is Wilmington plays majority 11 guys. They have like 2 guys that'll play both ways.
Both ways, right.
And where the other schools can't do that.
And Blue Lions are the same way. They play, they play either offense or defense. There's maybe 1 or 2 players that play both ways. So with East Clinton, the defeat was 42-10 at the hands of the Hurricane, and that brings up tonight's game. And of course, Washington and Wilmington both have 1 loss, and more importantly, Washington has 1 loss in the SCOL.
That's it, yeah.
And Wilmington has no losses. So Wilmington, like Massey, they're at the top of the heap, so to speak, along with Chillicothe. And tonight Massey plays Hillsboro, so I don't expect there to be much change in their record within the SCOL.
I mean, Hillsboro has a couple. Their quarterback and a running back are explosive, and they can score on you quick and fast. But again, when you got to go both ways, Hillsboro, they tire down in the second half. Now they could make it interesting. If you notice, even East Clinton game was fairly score wide, 42-22. They didn't blow East Clinton out. The Greenfield game, which is the same thing, we beat them 62-19, I think it was, and Greenfield was not that much different than Hillsboro in a sense, and that was a close game. So,
right, Wilmington.
This could be a close game against Courthouse Night.
I think that part of what you're seeing is that what we talked about playing both ways. The schools, the smaller schools, they have players that have to play both ways, and so what you see is in the second half they start to wear down. Whereas Wilmington, that's part of Killen's philosophy. They're tough, they work out, they make sure that they can endure 4 quarters, and some of these other teams just simply get worn down because their players are playing both sides of the ball, and they just they don't have the manpower to be able to have an offense and a defense and not having to play both ways. And we saw that certainly with East Clinton, and right. I think Jeremy Yankee, when he interviewed at the end of he said that was one of the big problems, was the fact that you've got those players that have to play both ways.
They're doing the flip out here at the 50-yard line right now. We have 3 servicemen out there. I think it must be a National Serviceman Night tonight, because I saw them donate some money to a boy to go to college, and now they're out there with the captains and the officials. Officials still talking and explaining everything to the players. Now he's showing them the coin and he's telling them which side's heads, which side's tails. He's going to flip it, and then we'll find out. Here goes the flip. He catches it. Looks like Wilmington maybe won. He's talking to Wilmington.
So they're deciding whether they're going to defer to the second half or whether they're going to take the kickoff.
So it looks like
all right.
Wilmington's going to receive, it looks like.
So they are going to take the ball, and they're going to be traveling from the to the right to the left, and the Blue Lions will be defending the left goal, which would be north, and the south goal, Wilmington will be coming from south going north, from right going left on your radio dial, and we want to remind you that from time to time, particularly maybe at some halftime festivities here, you might want to switch over and catch AJ Ganger and crew as they do that Beaver Creek Wayne game. I have a feeling it'll probably be basically basically over by the first 2 quarters. And obviously I'm a graduate of Beaver Creek, but I'm also a realist. And Wayne is the second-rated Division I school in the state of Ohio, behind the Coleraine Cardinals from Cincinnati. And Wayne, they've been runner-up as far as state football champions the last 2 years. So Beaver Creek will have their proverbial hands full, trying to defend against the Wayne Warriors. A super football program, and not a bad basketball program either.
Yeah. Had some Ohio State players come out of there. I think.
Well, one in particular, a quarterback.
That was up for the won the Heisman. Had the great spin move.
Yeah, that patented spin move of his.
Tonight, we will be presenting later on this evening is Lisa Eichelberger Earhart. Also,
Wilmington's band on the other side of the field getting prepared to do the pregame activities. Courthouse's band just arrived, and they brought 3 buses with band, and they're getting in the stands on the other side. Tonight being homecoming, we'll have plenty of homecoming activities and stuff today.
And there's been parades and all the other things here the last couple days here in Wilmington. And
Emma Davis, the Queen, is a cousin of mine. I've got to say that.
Right, you better do that.
Gets a lot of good looks from the family. Part of my.
Fortunately, we don't put you on camera very often, but I'm sure that she's a lot more attractive than you, Joe.
I would have to agree with that.
Okay. Well, most of the time I see you with your grandson, and those are the cute pictures. Your grandson's adorable.
Like me, yes.
Yeah, as you stuff a brownie in your mouth.
That's right.
Yeah, well, that's one of the perks of being here in the press box. Speaking of press boxes, Roger Thompson sent me a picture. They are on top of the Wayne High School press box. Wayne is having homecoming as well, so I'm sure they're filled up at the stadium there at Wayne High School. They've got fantastic facilities as well there at Wayne. Of course, a reminder, our video will be available on demand tomorrow evening with this game, and then we'll have the Beaver Creek Wayne game available Sunday night. And sometime around there, we'll also have the college game with Wilmington College. And I'll have to look at our website and find out who it is that we play, Wilmington College, that is, that plays. Do we know, Joe?
I knew, but I don't know now, no.
It slipped your mind, huh?
Slipped my proverbial mind. I'm not going to be there, so I wasn't thinking about it. I'm going to be at Lebanon High School refereeing volleyball.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not even sure who I'm going to be with because...
Well, this is cool. Look at the smoke going across the right middle, right down the field. It's coming out of the tunnel.
The way it's hanging there. Right?
Yeah, it's just coming out of the tunnel that the players are going to run through, and it's just a long, thin line right down the middle of the field. It's just sort of cool.
Okay, so tomorrow's game, which our pregame starts at 1 o'clock, is the Baldwin-Wallace Yellow Jackets.
Hey, it's Baldwin-Wallace. That's who they're playing.
Very good, Joe. You're really on top of things. The Yellow Jackets will be in to play the Fightin' Quakers tomorrow, and our game time, our pregame, is at 1 o'clock with the kickoff at 1:30, and that also is homecoming for the Fightin' Quakers. So tune in tomorrow for Fightin' Quaker football. CampusNation.com, the sports animal.
I've always wondered, at the college, there's always these people, do not fight, no war. When they call the Fightin' Quakers having their football, do they go out and hold their signs up outside the football stadium?
Yeah, that is kind of an unusual situation there, isn't it?
$15 minutes and a few added seconds before kickoff. Field is empty. All the players on both teams are in the locker rooms going over pregame. Both band, Courthouse band, no, that's just Wilmington band. I thought that was Courthouse band also standing, but that's the Wilmington band just standing in front of it.
Wilmington's band's in orange and black.
Well, that's all I see was dark. And then when you look
Courthouse
right there,
is in blue and white and black.
If you look right there, it looks like blue. It looks like they're all blue, and I thought they were all the same. And all of a sudden,
all right, Joe.
It's the white
that's
smoke.
why I got the binoculars
It's
out
the white
for you.
smoke on the middle of the field.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's blurring my
It's
vision.
blurring your vision. Yeah. Crowd starting to come in. The Blue Lions on the opposite side, they're starting to fill up. And of course, we always get big crowds here for Wilmington, and particularly because it's homecoming. The lower stands are completely filled, and some of the primo seats that people pay to be in, they're still spotty, but they'll start filling in.
Well,
as well.
these are already prepaid, and the people there wait. They know where they're going to sit, and they just wait till the last
That's right.
minute. And all the others on the outsides here are full.
So now, where did you park? Did you park over at the high school?
No, I parked right behind the little building here.
Yeah, that's where I parked. So anyway, yeah, because the police said no parking out at the place that I normally park, which is still outside the gate, but it's right at the gate.
Meal sponsors, members of the community have generously donated funds, and they have donated food to the pregame meal. We'd like to recognize them. They include Donovan's Pizza and American Chiller, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, Crossroads Restaurant,
and our good friends from Buckeye Country, they are also here and doing the game. They're doing it obviously for the Blue Lions, and in fact they'll be back with us next week, because when Miami Trace comes in to play the Hurricane, they'll be back for that game as well. That's right. Yeah.
First game down south.
Yep. Yep. Time flies.
Yeah, they're not doing the college. Well, it's not out there. Benny Carroll's having his same Southern State.
Yeah, New Albany's got a good program. Yeah.
Well, we had Cleveland Heights right out of the gate last year and didn't have Cam, didn't have Alex. Yeah, Chris and Jaron pretty much took it to him that game.
Yeah, I look forward to it. We're talking about Hurricane basketball now. We face New Albany for the opening game of the season, and that'll be in Hillsborough this year. Instead of at Wilmington College, they're moving the play-in games to Southern State, I believe. And but we'll be there, and they're actually expanding the number of games. It'll be back over 3 days. We'll cover all the games with all the teams, so you'll be able to see the best in high school basketball, and that'll be in November. Just stay tuned to the Campus Nation website, and you'll be able to catch all that information. We've also got some exciting information to announce, and we'll do that later, maybe at halftime. Although we are going to have a special guest at halftime. He's not bringing us any delicious barbecue, but Marty Bogard will be here, and he'll be talking with us at halftime.
We'll have to bring that up to him.
Yeah, make sure that you stay tuned for Marty coming up and talking to us at halftime. And I'm sure Marty will always have some interesting things to say. Of course, he's on the school board. Saw him in the car that he rode in the parade. Wilmington High School marching band now getting ready to do their W.
Is that a script W?
No, I don't. Well, I don't think you could call it a script W, but I guess it could be. I don't know what font they're using. If that's what you're saying, Joe, what font is that for that W?
I don't know. It's the Wilmington font.
Mm-hmm.
The middle of this W so far doesn't go up as much as the middle W in the middle of the field.
No, it's weak. It's limp.
Just sort of up. Now they're going up. Now they're going, making it more big. We've got to lose the little curlicues on the outside of the W too. I like that. That sort of looks like a band W. That.
A band W.
Well,
all right, we've got the fights.
High school fight song.
I I don't know how they actually scored this, but AJ relates to me that Wayne is leading Beaver Creek 12-0 in the first. It was 6-0, then it was 12-0. So I don't know whether they've been attempting 2-point plays and they failed,
or missed extra points.
Right, maybe they have a kicker that's not kicking very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us at Wilmington Post 49 and the Wilmington High School Band performance of our national anthem, our respectful band. Please remain standing for the performance of the Wilmington High School alma mater.
Once again, in our other game, Wayne now leads 18-0. I don't know what their problem is as far as the extra points. There have been 2 Beaver Creek fumbles that have resulted in 2 scores for the Wayne Warriors, second-rated Division I team in the state.
Well, when you're the underdog and like you said, even being a realist, you're thinking, it's not going to maybe be a close game. But when you go up there in the first few minutes of the game and fumble twice, and you're already behind 18-0,
right,
that doesn't set well for the rest of the game.
And we're ready for the Hurricane to take the field. They will be coming out of the helmet, the helmet with the W on it, the tunnel.
The band is ready. The flag corps is ready. The fans are ready. The players aren't ready.
And you can also follow us on ScoreStream. We are posting scores, and we have posted our opening picture, a nice picture of the band. And we will be keeping track of the score for those people that follow ScoreStream, as well as obviously our fans that are listening to us live on campusnation.com, the sports animal. And, of course, our video available tomorrow evening. You'll be able to see all the HD great video on demand the way you like to watch it.
And the great minds of the football team are going upstairs to view.
That's right, yeah.
As we call them, the football gods, because if we say something, we can sometimes get a shout down.
Yeah, we definitely hear
get an answer.
We hear some answering there.
Oh, the Go Blue got their little blue sign over here to run under. Oh,
yeah. Well, this is going to be obviously a very, very interesting game here, because we already know that probably Wilmington's arch rival, Wilmington's arch rival, the Clinton Massey Falcons, they're at homecoming tonight against the Hillsborough Indians, and they just beat this Blue Lions team last week 70-0. So we're going to sort of get a standard that we can judge Wilmington and their effectiveness against this same team. Now, I'm sure the Blue Lions are going to, after that sort of embarrassing defeat last week, they're going to be a little tougher this week. So we can't expect that Wilmington could put them away 70-0. But I think that it certainly will give us an indication of just how strong Wilmington is against a team that has played Massey.
We'll find out a little bit about Courthouse tonight, too. After losing last week 70-0, if they come into Wilmington, let's say Wilmington scores on them quick 2 to 3 times, just like the 18-0 we got there.
Right.
If it's 21-0, will they go cave, because they lost last week and now it's going, or will they fight back and get back in the game? Wilmington has had trouble scoring. Well, they haven't had trouble scoring on people, or at least they scored. They've had trouble stopping the other team from scoring in the first half of the last 3 games. Can they keep Courthouse off the scoreboard early? That's going to be a key.
And here they come.
The players are in the tunnel, and here they come running out. I didn't get to ask the coaches if Brad Davis was available tonight. I did notice he has pads on tonight. So Brad Davis, number 4, looks like he may be trying to come back and play tonight.
Well, one thing we do know, he's been out for the last few games, Dylan Bogart will be playing tonight.
Right. And East Clinton even mentioned that without the Davis boy and Bogart, that made a big difference in the game last week. They could have even been out of it more in the last couple of weeks, and that has been a big difference maybe in playing Hillsborough and in playing Greenfield and playing East Clinton without both those boys in the game. Oh, they moved their blue sign over to the other side of the field.
Well, they got to put it where the team's going to be, right?
Well, that's what I thought. I thought it was an odd spot to be over
Well, I
here.
think the reason that they weren't over there, they didn't want to get accidentally run over by any of the Hurricane
You're
players.
right. Give them plenty of space and room. Now, if you notice, you were saying they play 11 and 11. Man, if they do, there's not many people on the bench not playing. I mean, because you look at the number of players on the other side compared to the number of players on this side.
Well, I got that from my friends at Buckeye Country, and obviously they follow the team, so...
I mean, they could. I'm just saying...
Bryce was telling me, he said that there might be 1 or 2 players that play both ways.
There's Wilmington has, like Jake Vaughn, they have a few.
Right.
So there could be 3 players or 4 playing, both ways, or at times maybe somebody's not and somebody is. But...
Well, and occasionally Wilmington substitutes Marty Bogart down there.
Right. Yeah.
He scored a few touchdowns, according to you.
Yeah,
Marty will be up here at halftime, so he won't be taking a rest. He's not only going to be on the field, but he's going to come up here at halftime and talk to us.
He does it all.
And then he does everything, right? Besides making the delicious barbecue that he does, right?
Right. Wilmington's on the field, ready for kickoff. Courthouse still huddled up. It looks like Phelps, number 3, is back deep. We got... number 32 for Wilmington, Tony Merritt on this side. And they have their dark uniforms, which I hate trying to find the numbers on.
Well, the numbers are bright orange. You should be able to see them.
Is that 24 across? Oh, yeah, but I'm looking through this glass. I think that's Franz Tereska on the other side over there.
Well, there's no glass there. It's open.
I'm looking. Here is glass.
Oh.
Here is not. I have to step over.
How many fingers do I have up, Joe?
What fingers?
All right, so we're getting ready to kick off here and get this game underway.
See, I can see these guys up front, but I can't see those guys in the back.
Oh, you're always complaining.
I would never complain. Not me.
All right.
Courthouse is ready to kick off. And the ball's in the air. It's a short kick. Coming down at the 20. Picked up by Merritt. Getting through, getting to the 35 and over the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Nice run back by Tony Merritt. And I tell you what, he had almost a shot of getting through there in the middle, and if he got through, he was gone. He has breakaway speed. But somebody got him by the ankle.
One of the things that I was discussing with Bryce over there at Buckeye Country was the fact that, Wilmington is capable of some big plays. They're also capable of allowing some big plays, as we've seen in the past few games. So it'll be interesting to see which Wilmington team shows up tonight.
Right, especially early. Right, Evans in the backfield, Phelps in the backfield for Wilmington. Movement on the line, and Courthouse was offsides.
Little jittery here in the opening.
And if you've watched Wilmington, if you have films on and watched them,
right, or if they watched our video, right,
they don't do anything that first little group. They get out there and then they'll look over at the sideline. They hadn't even looked at the sideline yet. So he's back. See, now he gets up. Now
right. They're getting the signal.
They do this almost every time. So why would you jump off sides the first time?
Yeah, Wilmington rarely huddles up. Everything is delivered from the sideline as far as their pass.
Pass deep, going deep down the right side, down the middle field, wide open. Cutting, full go, looks like Tony Merritt, and it's in for a touchdown. Tony, he looked to the left, he looked to the right, and then threw it to Merritt. I mean, he looked around to see who was open, and Tony broke free.
Well,
this is what
once again, why don't they look at the film? Wilmington does this every game.
They did this against Greenfield. We did this last week against East Clinton, and here we go again.
All right, the Hurricanes strike quickly. 7 points on the board with this extra kick. Let's see if they make it.
Wilmington's calling for a quick timeout. He sees something out there he doesn't like.
All right.
I'm not counting the boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 10 players on the field.
So that's the reason.
Here he comes, Franz Tereska running on the field. Yeah, luckily you've always got one coach, and his job is to count the players every play. So he went to Kill and said there's only 10, and you don't want that one player to be the guy that gets through and blocks the ball.
All right, we're going to try this over again. This is for the extra point to make it 7-0 Hurricane. On the first play, lightning strikes.
Again.
It's good.
It looks good, and it is good. Boom! Now, here's going to be the key. Every game we've done this, the other team has came right back and scored quickly. Quarterback run up the middle or something.
Breakaway.
And got them right back in the game. Wilmington, to win tonight, needs to shut Courthouse down from answering on that score.
The Warriors of Wayne leading Beaver Creek 24-0 in the second quarter. The shellacking starts.
And that's all 6 points. 4 6 points.
Right.
So I don't know if they're trying for 2 every time and getting stopped. You would think it's odd that their kicker would miss 4 kicks. Henry to kick off for Wilmington. Again, kicks from the near hash mark. Ball's kicked. Hits on the 20, bounces, out of bounds at the 5. So that is not a good kick for Wilmington. So the ball, flag goes up. I think they get the ball in the 35 when that happens, but we'll find out. when you watch pros, you watch college, then you watch high school, sometimes things blur together. But they are coming out on the 35 and putting the ball down.
Right.
I was right again once.
You're right at least once every game.
At least once. Usually telling you what the score is before the game starts.
All right, we're going to see the Blue Lions for the first time. They're going to be going on offense.
Number 8 hands off to number 15 for Blue Lions. Number 8 is Jared Patton, and number 15 is Jacob Rice.
Once again, trying that up the middle thing here that Wilmington has been susceptible to.
Jacob Patton's grandfather used to run Patton Motors here in Wilmington, Ohio. He's got a Wilmington tie-in. So Patton's a quarterback. Takes it. Fakes handoff to 15. Does a quick pass up the middle of number 2. Stewart, and Stewart catches it for an 11-yard gain. And a first down for the Blue Lions. If Wilmington can force them to, go 5 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards, and a lot of times they can stop a team after, bending a little bit and stuff. They can't let that big play go through. That's what kills Wilmington.
Right. We need a defensive stop here.
Again, handoff to 15, up the middle, bounces out to the left side, goes around the outside, gets good yardage.
Yeah, close to a first down, maybe
Again,
within 2 yards.
Jacob Rice, yeah, it's probably within 2 or 3 at the most. They're a yard shy of the 45, so the 46-yard line.
3 yards.
Got to get 2 yards over, so it's 3 yards.
We got a 2nd and 3.
Back to pass. Throws quickly and caught and brought down on the 40. There was 3 Wilmington players around him. I was shocked he threw it in there, and he got it right in there. Richard Burns from Blue Lions.
Now, they typically, what they're going to run as far as offense is a spread. So they're going to spread Wilmington out and try to pick them apart.
3 go wide down this way, 1 wide north. Again, fake the handoff, throws. Again, ball bounced up in the air, picked off by Wilmington. Going down the outside left side, knocked out of bounds. 56 for Wilmington. Picked it off. That is Preston Kessler. Ball hit the shoulder pad of the courthouse player. Bounced in the air. Wilmington quickly picked it off, ran it back. Got over the 40 to about the 34-yard line of courthouse. So while we worried that something would happen to courthouse, this is what courthouse is over there saying, this is what we don't need to happen to us today.
That's right.
And this is...
And it's happening right now.
It's happening right now. Evans in the backfield with Phelps. Again, they do that quick snap to get teams to jump off sides. Then they stand up, look over.
It's got to rattle the other team when that happens.
But if you've watching it, you just tell you guys, don't ever do it. Handoff to Phelps up the middle. Jivers comes out to the left side, comes around, gets over the 30, over the 20 to 15, and brought down about the 12-yard line. The play was to go right over right guard, and all of a sudden he saw an opening to the left, cut it back,
right,
and daylight, boom.
Wilmington's, they're up tempo, moving quickly now.
First down, it looks like about the 12-yard line, so they can get a first down. Again, down, looks back for the play. You know where they could get somebody on this is one of these times they're going to snap on that quick.
Yeah, they're not before they look back, right?
Yeah. Phelps gets the ball up the middle in, trying to go over left guard this time, and quickly tackled. Number 26.
Picks up maybe 2 yards.
He got about to the 10. Nice tackle by Tristan Ewell.
And the Hurricane can score or can have a first down without scoring. So
I know there used to be a Ewell IGA in Greenfield. I went to school with a Rob Ewell from Sabina.
Well, there's still a Ewell in Sabina, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, it is, but it's the name. The family sold it off, but that's the Ewell. That's Rob Ewell
Yes.
owned it. Oh, whistle's blowing. What we got here?
Motion?
Illegal motion. So the
motion
play never
against,
happened.
Motion against the Hurricane.
Illegal procedure will be assessed against the Hurricane.
I don't know if some players heard and stopped, but everybody went right back to the quarterback real quickly there. So on for the good thing or a bad thing?
So that's going to be 5 yards tacked onto it. We've got a 2nd and 13. We've got 9:25 remaining in this first quarter play.
Second down, 13 to go.
Okay, we got, again, Phelps in the backfield with Evans.
2 out to the left, 2 out to the right.
Handoff to Phelps up the middle. Tried to cut it back this time, but quickly grabbed. Gets back almost to the original line of scrimmage. Going to be about a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage.
And this is 4-down territory. I seriously doubt that Wilmington is going to
Try for a field goal here.
They
could,
They
but-
have kicked some field goals, so that's not out of their realm of possibility.
Henry can kick it.
It's a pass.
Oh, they're pressured. Evans, throws it over the head of the receiver, Bogard, but he was being rushed, and he put it where either Bogart's going to catch it or nobody's going to catch it.
So it's a 4th and 10, and we indeed are going to see a
Henry's coming
field goal.
Henry's coming out to try field goal. This is about 10 yards longer than a normal field goal attempt.
So Blanchester is leading Batavia 14-0 in the second quarter, and Clinton Massey over Hillsborough 7-0 with 8:39 remaining in the first quarter. No blowout yet.
Okay, ball is on the 19, so it'll be a 29-yard attempt for Henry, for Wilmington. Ball down, ball up, got the distance. It is good. Wilmington ahead 10-0. But I tell you what, when you get down the red zone, you want to score. But anytime you're given the ball and you score points off of it, that's your given points right there from Courthouse.
Right. Wilmington, they're leading now 10-0 here in the first quarter of play. And at Wayne in Huber Heights, the Warriors are leading the Beaver Creek Beavers 30-0. 30-0 in the second quarter.
Let's hear from you.
5 6-point scores.
Right. So obviously they have an injured, place kicker or something's going on there. Very strange.
And you figure even if you try for it 5 times, you figure 2 points. You figure one of those times you might get in or something if you're that good.
I would think.
Okay, we're back to do the kickoff again. Blue Line's got 3 guys across the 10-yard line deep.
So Wilmington scores 3 points on an error by the Blue Lions. An errant pass off the shoulder of one of the Blue Lions. Wilmington returns it. They can't push it in for the score, but they do get the 3 points. And that's our 10-0 score right now.
And Corey Bell does the kickoff. Bounces over the up man. One of the back men picks it up, goes up the middle, breaking free. 2 Wilmington players hit him at the same time, bring him down at the 36-yard line. They may give him to the 37. We'll see where they mark it. The back end of the ball is touching the 36, so we're going to say 36. He's not made it to the 37 yet. So ball 36-yard line for Courthouse, first down, 10.
So Washington takes over again for their second series.
And handoff to number 15 again for Courthouse, Rice.
They've tried several attempts up the middle, so they may have seen something as far as the video or whatever. But obviously, Wilmington's look pretty tough. They are not allowing those big gains up the center like that.
Right. And, I've seen they look like they're playing a little deeper than they normally. They're playing everybody in the box. Okay, handoff again to Rice, going around the left side. 40, midfield. No, not quite midfield. Got to the 45, knocked down at the 47-yard line. First down, though. Did get the first down.
Change of moving.
Just as he was about ready to make midfield, good tackle, brought him down.
Line of scrimmage to the 47-yard line.
So they're already ready to snap the ball. Again, Patton in the backfield. Hands off to Rice, going up the middle. Off the start a little bit, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. They may give him about a half a step.
Looks like they were trying a little misdirection there.
Yeah,
They had a
yeah.
man in motion, faked to him going outside, and then handed off quickly up the
Right.
center, and still nothing. Wilmington is shutting down that up the middle run. That
They give him about a foot. All right. Second down, and we'll say 10. And the motion stops at the quarterback. Hands off to number 2. He gets almost to the 50 and shoved back. That is Dylan Stewart gets almost back to the line of scrimmage and hit. I mean to the 50-yard line and hit immediately. It's about the nose of the football off the 50. So it's going to be third down and long. About 7 yards.
Ball is just shy of midfield. That will bring up first down, 7 to go.
Wilmington needs to stop here on this down. It's go look for a pass. Going. Oh, picked up again. Intercepted. Dylan Bogart picks it up at the 50-yard line, dancing around, going over the midfield, getting down to around the 35, maybe a step over the 35-yard line. I tell you one thing about those dark uniforms, Wilmington, they're hard to pick up out there for them, too.
Yeah, so you're saying that they're like invisible,
Yeah.
and so that's why they keep throwing to Wilmington, right?
I mean, when he threw it, it looked like his receiver was wide open in the middle field, and all of a sudden, boom, here comes Dylan running with the ball.
Well, Dylan is back, and he's made an impact.
They gave him down to the 32 before he was pushed out of bounds.
All right, so Wilmington is going to take over. They're going to start from the Blue Lions' 32-yard line. Once again, we're still in the first quarter. Wilmington already leading 10-0, trying to put some more points on the board.
And Wilmington needs more than a field goal this time to get that spread going, to get it wide enough to put some fear in Courthouse. Handoff to Phelps up the middle, wide open up the middle. Hand tackle missed. Here he comes around the left side. 20, 15, 10, 5, hit. Goes over the pylon. I think it's a touchdown. Let's see where they mark him. Touchdown, yes. Yes, he went over the pylon. I mean, he went right out over, but his body with the ball went over it. So Jim said they got to score first play. Well, he's that running back he's got power to hit a guy and he's got speed. And it's hard to. One guy reached out with his arm to arm tackle him, and he just went through it like going through a gate at Kings Island to get on a ride.
That's a good way to put it, Joe.
Brady Henry for the point after touchdown attempt.
Ooh, we got lights on and lights off. And kick up looks good and is. 6:20 left in the first quarter. Wilmington's up 17-0. Again, after the Massey score last week, Wilmington needed to come out with a start like this.
Well, they've definitely shown that they can run with the big dog.
Fans, the RL Terrors Hometown Showcase is your hub for game day entertainment and career opportunities in the logistics and transportation industry. Visit the Hometown Trailer with the road native right next to the stadium for games, prizes, a truck driving simulator and more. Check out the hometown.rlterrors.com or follow us at #RLHometown.
Wayne leading Beaver Creek 32-0, so they must have scored a safety. Beaver Creek's not doing much right there.
No, not much.
Ready for the kickoff here.
And kickoff is going deep this time. Hits the player, goes into the end zone, automatic touchback. When the ball breaks the play to the goal line in high school, it's an automatic touchback, and they'll bring the ball out. Unlike college and pros, that's a live ball and somebody can get a touchdown. In high school, it's blown dead immediately, so it breaks the plan. Putting the ball on the 20-yard line. Courthouse will have it 1st and 10.
So the Blue Lions, they want to see whether they can, do anything this time. They've already had the ball a couple times, and it's resulted in either being stopped or turning it over. They've turned it over with a couple passes and 2 interceptions. These are critical errors, and obviously Wilmington has taken and capitalized on both of them.
Hey, fakes a handoff, hits number 5 on the outside, brought him down. Again, that is Corey Proby. It was a quick snap, quick hit, and he got out about 7 yards. It's going to be about second and third.
Hurricane football being brought to you by Bogart's Memphis-style Southern Barbecue.
Jared Patton in the backfield as quarterback, number 8. Got one running back in the backfield, 2 wide receivers each side. Looking down the pass, throwing deep down the middle, and overthrows Proby that time. Proby had his man beat, but the ball was overthrown about 10 yards over and behind him. If he kept going straight down the field, that could have been interesting, but he had cut it in, and then the ball went over his head. So I think it's a little miscommunication. Yeah. I think the quarterback thought he was going to be running straight down the outside, and he cut it in.
We got a timeout?
No, got just a referee blowing the ball. So now here we go.
All right.
5:44 left in the first quarter. Wilmington leading 17-0. Back to Patton. Handoff to Rice. Rice grabbed immediately. Got about a yard maybe. Draw it down. It's going to be 4th down. Shy of the 30. Going to be 4th and 2. Do they try for it? You're down 17.
No, because obviously if
they're not bringing in a punter.
If they're brave enough to, this will probably be a quick kick. If you actually are going to attempt this and fail, then you're going to put yourself in deep doo-doo. They're trying it.
He's going to squib kick it.
There it is.
Nobody back for Wilmington. They were playing him straight up because of the offensive look. Ball's going to rest about the 20-yard line. He took the ball, runs around to his right. I think he's looking what's out there. If his receivers go and everybody follows, he can run. And he only needed 2 yards.
Right.
So, and then if their defense is on him, which they were, then he's going to do the Australian-style kick, as they call it, running and kicking. And with Wilmington, with nobody back, the ball hits and rolls, got a nice roll, got down to the 20. So now Wilmington has the 20. Courthouse just had it at the 20. Now Wilmington has a 20.
So let's see if the Cane can put some more points on the board here.
5:02 left in the first quarter. Wilmington gets the ball. Again, Evans back. Phelps in the backfield. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Well, now they stand up to get the play. Quarterback goes back, looking deep down the middle of the field. Oh! Good defense. Dylan had about a 1 step to a half step. Ball was right there, came down, but with the defense right on him, it's hard to pick up the ball.
There were 2 receivers out there, and the Blue Lions had them both blanketed. So it was good defense.
That was good defense.
Good defense on the part of Washington.
If Dylan would have caught that ball, it would have been a fantastic play. And it was catchable, but it would have been a fantastic play to catch that ball. Because the defender was right on him, step by step. And it looks like it's official timeout. What we got here. Somebody had to run off the field. Maybe he had a strap missing or something, and so the referee's going to let him go off the field. Another one come on his field in his place.
All right, whistle blows.
Here we go, back on 4:54. 2nd and 10. Wilmington looking over for the play. One of these times they're going to act like they're going to look over and snap the ball and catch a team totally flat-footed.
Man in motion.
Hand off to, and brought down in the backfield.
Loss.
Tony Merritt in the backfield. Going by the quarterback as the snap came, handed off to Tony for a quick handoff, but the defense read that quickly and caught Tony for a 2-yard loss.
With 5:21 left in the first half of play at Wayne, Wayne is leading the Beavers 39-0. 39-0.
3rd and 11. They only say 1-yard loss. Evans in the backfield with Phelps. Takes the snap. Goes back. Here comes the rest. Drops off to Phelps. Got a lot of running room, gets around one, misses a tackle there, gets over the 40, pulled down about the 41-yard line. So it'll be a first down, a lot of yards.
All right, Clinton Massey leading Hillsborough 14-0, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. Blanchester leading Batavia 14-7 with 1:52 remaining in that first half of play.
Wilmington's ready to take the snap. 4:02, and the clock is moving, and now we've got underneath 4 minutes. Wilmington stopped to stand up, look at the sidelines for the play, looking back down. Handoff up the middle, bounced out to the left side by Phelps and just goes out of bounds.
Back to the original line of scrimmage, or maybe a couple more yards.
We're back, back over to the 46. I think the 41 was the original. I think we got some gain there. They're going to mark him out with the nose of the ball touching the 45. It's going to be 2nd and 5. No, 2nd and 6. Got to get a yard over. And they've thrown to Matt Smith the last several games. They haven't thrown to him yet. Number 6 down here. He's wide out left. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's going to run to the right. Pitch out to Phelps. Phelps running deep. Down to the 40. Back to the original line of scrimmage. And a flag goes down. So it's either going to be a hold or a face mask. Let's see what's going here. I think it's a hold. Hold Wilmington.
All right, so that's going to push the Hurricane back further. Looks like they're going to have like a 3rd and 11.
And it's Brad Davis coming off the field over here. So Brad Davis is in the game. He's been out several weeks with ligament damage. And number 4 for Wilmington, Brad Davis is back, as well as Dylan Bogart tonight.
So the Hurricane at full force.
Right. Phelps is out of the game. He just came out. So I don't know who's going to be in the backfield this time. They're moving the ball back on the hold.
So it'll be a 2nd and 11, right?
It's going to be 2nd and 15 or 16.
Oh, that's a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah. 2nd and 16.
So they're back to the 35-yard line.
35.
2nd and 16.
Got to get 1 yard over the 50, so to the 49 of Courthouse.
So that was some blocking
in the back. It wasn't holding, it was illegal blocking the back.
A push.
Couldn't see. It looked like he was going like the push or push, whichever way you want to call it.
All right, okay.
All right. I think it's Merritt in the backfield with him. Evans back. Looking, no throw. Oh, almost grabs. Got away from another defender. Running. Is he going to get rid of the ball? And he does. And caught going out of bounds. But I think the catch was out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Oh, he's going to say good catch. So he gained a couple yards on this play. Gained about 5 yards, I think. Maybe
3rd and 11?
3rd and 13, maybe, where they mark it. It's going to be 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13. From the 38.
I mean, really, just deep, 2 or 3 yards sometimes can make a difference in gaining a first down here. So,
all right.
What they do here. We got 3 men wide right. We got 1 wide down here by himself. Matt
Can't
Smith.
turn it over. Got to be careful.
Quarterback running to his right. Defense on him, and he throws it to Merritt, who catches the ball just shy of the 50, so he's going to be 2 to 3 yards shy of a first down on that play. So it's going to be 4th down and short.
Hurricane will have to punt more than likely. This will be the first time they punt tonight.
Yeah, I don't think, even though sometimes Wilmington thinks, hey, we can make it, you don't want to, you got this team down 70-0.
Right, you don't want to give them any opportunity to get back in this game.
Give them the whole field.
Besides, they could muff the punt. There's any number of things that can happen besides the fact that, Wilmington could end up back down in the driver's seat down there on the Blue Lions.
There goes the back. The punt is up. It's high going to the right. Hits out of bounds at the 20, but it was way out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it up where it went out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
The punt goes out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Blue Lions. The line of scrimmage is going to be the 31-yard line.
So 3:09 left in the first quarter. 17-0. Wilmington leads the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. Wilmington's so far have answered the questions that were happening about can they get out to a quick start, not stop the other team from scoring quickly on them, and what Massey beating Courthouse last week, and they've answered it. I mean, they played 3. Well, again, we're saying this, but remember, they did have Dylan out and they had Davis out. So,
no question. They were without a couple key players.
Fake the throw, handoff coming around right side. Wilmington was right there ready for it. Number 15, Rice had the ball, but smothered by a host of Wilmington players. And I think he even lost yardage. He lost about a yard.
He did.
He was on the 31, and the ball is about almost 2 yards. The ball's not quite to the 30, about a yard and a half. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the top, 1 running back in the backfield with the quarterback, Patton. Patton looking around, throws out here. Picked off.
Bad pass.
That ball was coming right to Franz Cheris. He had that ball, and I tell you what, as just the ball was getting to him, the receiver hit him in the shoulder and jarred the ball loose.
Well, the receiver had to end up playing defense.
Yeah, and if he hadn't jarred that ball loose, that was interception. He looked like he was throwing it to the Wilmington player.
Those Brownies are good.
They are.
Got a whistle.
Timeout. That was Franz Tresca. That was almost made that interception for Wilmington. Timeout on the field. 2:31 left in the first quarter. Wilmington still leads Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 17-0. Go Hurricanes.
Tickets will be sold up until halftime, so be sure to purchase some tickets to split the pot. Again, it's right at $300 at this time.
I saw that look. Timeout in the field. Wilmington breaks the huddle. Coming back. Here comes Washington Courthouse. Again, 3rd down and 11. Wilmington defense is doing well so far this first quarter, not letting the big play happen against them, which is what's been killing them. 3 receivers down here to the right. Snaps goes back to Patton in the middle. Here comes 2 receivers toward him. And Rice throws off to Rice and is immediately hit.
Wayne over Beaver Creek, 45-0, still in the second quarter of play. We may see a Massey-type score against Beaver Creek this game.
4th down for the Blue Lions.
So they're forced to punt with a 4th and 14 from their 27-yard line. See if Wilmington can get a run back.
High snap, here he comes. Kicks.
Blocked.
I think it was blocked. It barely touched. Ball hits, gets another Blue Lions bounce, then bounces back the opposite direction, and it's going to be at the 42. Still not a bad.
No, it ended up being a good punt.
Yeah, but he had to punt that ball almost straight because Wilmington was coming at him, and I think because with the swirl on the ball, I think he got just enough fingertips on the ball to turn it over. And that ball went straight up like a phone booth and straight back down. Got a nice little bounce. So Wilmington has the ball on their own 43-yard line. The nose of the ball touching the 43. Evans in the backfield.
All right.
And I think Ames is in the backfield with him.
That'll be a pass.
A pass going down the middle. Matt Smith wide open. Catch. Almost caught the ball. As the ball went in. Great defense by number 3 from Courthouse, Connor Crispin. And I was just saying, they haven't went to Matt Smith tonight, and boom, there he was. He was open. He had a step. He had 2 steps, and the ball hung up just enough to let the defense back into play.
Right. Was able to catch up and knock it away. Good play, though, by the Blue Lions.
Right. Because Matt had him beat. If the ball would have been there quicker, he would have. And he had it in his hands, but the guy grabbed his arm as the ball was, he was trying to pull it in and knocked it out.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. 1:39 left in the first quarter. Bogart in motion. Fakes a handoff. Evans keeps it up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Breaks another tackle. Going to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brady Evans. 17-0. It's now 23-0.
Right.
And we're getting ready for the PAT.
That was a keeper by the quarterback, completely caught Courthouse flat-footed.
Yeah. Well, the first guy could have had him only for a 3 or 4 yard gain, and he broke through that tackle. Then the next guy reached for him, and the guy was playing two-hand touch there, and went by him, and then boom. His speed even shocked me of how he just blew away from everybody. Henry back, ball kicked up, looks good. It is good. 1:28 left in the first quarter. Wilmington Hurricanes lead the Washington Blue Lions 24-0. With 1:28 left in the first quarter, that's
impressive.
Especially after we've struggled in the first quarter against
other teams,
Greenfield, Hillsborough, and also East Clinton last week. So if Wilmington goes on as they've done in the last several weeks and controls the second half like they have, this could be a courthouse. A Miami Trace. A Clinton Massey school type.
Well, if you name every team in the FCOL, you'll finally get it, Joe.
I'm like my mother when she was trying to get me. They asked me one time what was my name, and I said my name is Bill Skip Dick Joe. That was my name. That's my mom always called me. Your name is Bill Skip Dick Joe.
All right, Hurricane going to kick away.
Kicking formation for the Hurricane will be number 26, Roy Bell.
Roy Bell kicking off again. Well, that's a short squib kick, hitting the ground, bouncing around. It's anybody's ball. That was a great kick. Let's see who has it. Wilmington has the ball. The referees were still looking to try to see who had it. Wilmington boys over here on the sidelines going, hey guys, I got it over here.
I'm over here. I'm over here.
So Wilmington has the ball on the Washington Courthouse 40-yard line. That ball hit on the 30-yard line, but it had backspin. And as it hit, it bounced back away from the receiver that was ready to catch it.
It was anybody's ball.
Hit the ground, bounced around, and everybody dove. And whoever gets the ball up how quickest and gets it, gets the ball.
Like an onside kick, right?
That's it. Okay, Wilmington's got throw off his 3 wide receivers to the top.
Quick score here.
Matt Smith down here.
Quick hit. They're going to pass, right?
Dames in the backfield. Hands off Dames up the middle. Cuts it back, breaks the tackle, and he drags a man about 3 or 4 yards. Nice running by DJ Ames.
Close to a first down, but not quite.
No,
looks like about a yard shy.
About 2 yards shy.
2 yards? All right, I'll take your word for it.
On the board, it's saying 3 yards shy.
All right, so we've got a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Very manageable.
That scares me when those eyes of yours and I ride with you when you're driving.
Oh, yeah.
Again, up to Ames, up the middle. Guy grabs him, he pulls him, breaks away, but another 2 guys because he was slowed down and get a hold of him. He hits the first down.
DJ's dragging him along with him.
He is. Got to the 24. He's getting hit, but he's gaining yards after the first hit, and that's what a lot of coaches look at. Yards after contact. Again, hands off to Ames again, comes around the left side a little bit, breaks it outside more, pulled out of bounds at the 20. Referee is saying keep the clock running.
So he didn't get out of bounds.
Didn't get out of bounds. Its ball's going to be on the 20, so it was about a 4-yard, almost 5-yard gain.
30 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play.
And running. So Wilmington might get one more playoff in this quarter. Fakes the handoff to Ames this time. Keeps it, goes outside, gets by 1 tackle, gets across the 15 over the 10 and tackled. So it's going to be a first down. Looks like goal to go for Wilmington inside the 10-yard line. 9-yard line. Clock is stopped as it's
9
a
seconds.
first down. I doubt if they get a playoff because...
No, they'll get a playoff. Well, they don't act like they even want to get a playoff.
Yeah. Referee's going to put the ball there. He goes, starts the clock. 8, 7. Well, you got it to lead. You know.
Yeah, you're not in any hurry. You don't want to make any mistakes.
And it usually takes Wilmington more than 9 seconds when they go back out, get down, look around.
And just your attention now to the 40 of the 40-yard line as we meet the newest members of the Wilmington Hall of Fame. Our first inductee this evening is Lisa Eichelberger Earhart. Lisa graduated from Wilmington High School with a total of 9 varsity letters in cheerleading, track, and basketball.
You know, I think, Joe, that we need to start putting the bug in Troy Deal's ear about the Hall of Fame and Hall of Fame announcers for Wilmington.
Right.
You think?
Well, I think we could be in.
We definitely should be nominated, if not, actually being in the Hall of Fame as Wilmington's announcers.
Lisa also earned 3 varsity letters in track and field.
We're old enough to be.
Speak for yourself, Joe. Remember, I'm like 37 years
That's
old.
right. 37 times 2.
SUL lead honors in the long jump and 880 relay. She has her name in the school record books for women's basketball throughout her high school career. She's in the top 10 of all-time scoring in women's basketball with 911 career total points. Her senior year, she was named as an honorary captain of the All-SCOL team, named second team AAA Southwest District team, and named honorable mention AAA All-Ohio. She is still a dedicated member to our community and practices as a registered nurse at Clinton Memorial Hospital. Lisa's been married to her high school sweetheart, Tim, for 27 years. They have 3 children together, Brandon, Justin, and Michaela.
They're all in the back
also
there.
a member of the Clinton County Hall of Fame, class of 2008. Your newest member of the Athletic Hall of Fame here in Wilmington, Lisa Eichelberger Earhart.
Lisa Eichelberger Earhart.
Right.
Has been,
Congratulations,
brought us
Lisa.
to the Wilmington alum. Just what we talked about.
Yeah. What did he say?
I don't know.
Bill
What month
Lehman.
is this?
All right, Wilmington knocking at the Blue Lions' door.
Wilmington has ball first and goal. Ball just over the 10-yard line. The back part of the ball is touching the 10. First down. Evans in the backfield with Ames. Hands off to Ames, go around left side, big hole, and touchdown. I mean,
Walked in.
you could have drove a Jeep into that hole. I tell you, that was a nice wide hole, and with his speed, there was no stopping. In fact, I saw courthouse players just sort of stand and look and go, oh, there he goes.
That was pretty.
Yeah, well-
He says, that's a pretty play.
Wow.
I like that play.
30-0 as we start the second quarter.
And you know what that means? Since there's a
they're ahead.
30-point lead,
Oh, that's right.
we're gonna run the clock. So the clock will run as long as Wilmington maintains at least a 30-point lead, which they currently have.
Ball's up. Looks like it splits the uprights. It does. It's now 31-point lead for Wilmington. 11:57 left in the first half. Wilmington leads 31-0. So now we shall have a running clock, unless it's a timeout. There are certain times it does stop, but majority of the time it will keep running. Ooh, they got me again.
Yeah.
The R&L Carriers hometown showcase is hub for game day.
Well, Marty will be a happy man when he comes up.
Yes, he will. You're going to talk to him about getting us some
Yeah.
delicious barbecue. It's some of our games here.
Hey, Marty.
I think all the home games we should get delicious barbecue, don't you?
I'm gonna say, Marty, I'm working during the day. When I come home after a volleyball game,
Yeah, you want him to cook for you. You want him to cook for you.
close. So you got to bring us some stuff.
For allowing us to be a part of tonight's contest right here at Alumni Field.
Okay, Wilmington's getting ready for the kickoff. I'm not sure if it's Henry. Let's see. It's been Rory kicking off lately. It's on the ball's on the 40, and it is Rory. Ball's on the 40 on the outside, other side left hash mark. Ball is kicked up high and deep. Ball is being caught at the 3-yard line.
Gotta run it back.
10, 15, 20,
Still running.
30, 35. Still running. Stenbrooks free. Oh, the man in the back was waiting on him. And tackled finally at about the 12-yard line.
So, once again, the Vandalia Butler bug comes back to bite Wilmington.
Xavier Brown for Washington Courthouse. Great run back there.
Yeah, great run back.
Wilmington, the man that ran him down was Grant Mayer. Grant Mayer.
Yes.
One of my track guys.
Second half? All right, second half is
Oh,
the
the
running
second
clock.
half, okay.
Yeah. And it may not be, because if they score here, then
Yeah.
obviously it'll be less than
Pitch off to running back coming around the outside. Oh, brought down. Oh, there's a
good defense.
there's a yellow flag. So we'll see what happened here.
Well,
Could have been an illegal block on Courthouse. Low block. I'm not going to see what happened here because that all looks like somebody's legs were taken out. Hold Courthouse. So that
it's going to set him back at least 10 yards.
It's going to be 2nd and 20 probably. They could turn it down and be 2nd and 10, but they're so close they'll probably put him back, give him longer to go.
All right, so once again, Courthouse being plagued by errors.
Ball's now placed back at the like about the 23-yard line.
They've got that offense spread.
Quarterback back throws. Patton throws it in toward the end zone. Oh, great
Nice
defense at the end.
play.
His man was wide open, but Dylan gets over there at the last minute and breaks that ball up.
Broken up by the athlete. Dylan Boker. You know, it's hard to believe we're in the 7th week of football already. We're going to be talking basketball soon.
High snap, goes back, Patton back, throws again toward the end zone. Again, a great defensive play. The ball was being thrown to Roby. That was brought by Franz Cherish. France Cheriska knocked that ball down 24. And
so once again, super defense by the Hurricane.
Proby, number 5, Proby again was wide open down there for them. It's going to be 3rd and long. They're spread again. Here they go. See what happens on this play. Back.
Another pass.
Going to throw another pass. Through the receiver's hands.
He had it too.
He was wide open. Richard Burns.
That would have been a score. So are they going to kick a field goal? No. They're probably going to go for this.
I would say.
That will bring up 4th down to Blue Lions.
So this is a critical 4th down for the Blue
They
Lions.
got to get down to the 3 for a first down.
They at least need a first down. They need or to score, because obviously they will be disheartened if they are this close and cannot put it in.
After that great run back. Kings back, quarterback back, wide open, throws deep toward the end zone. Man's got a step, and he catches it this time.
But he's out of bounds.
Did they say out of bounds?
The ball was caught, however, the receiver was out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Was that unless I couldn't see it, so yeah.
The ball is turned over on downs.
Dylan was there playing defense on that play again. So Wilmington keeps the zeros on the board for Washington Courthouse.
Right.
Wilmington takes over with 10:57 left in the first half.
Some of the great killing defense.
Go ahead and tell him what you said a minute ago.
What I said about what?
You said Troy ought to make us the...
Oh, yeah. We want a Announcers Hall of Fame for Wilmington as well. There should be, shouldn't there? Doesn't that make sense?
Who are you pushing for?
Well, we should at least be nominated.
Play goes off. Nothing happening. Gets back to maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Number 3, Phelps on the carry.
I thought it was a good idea.
Connor... Oh, no. That's the wrong team. Adam Phelps back in the game. Gets back... looks like he got over the line of scrimmage. We're going to give him about a foot gain.
Chili Supper, your winners of various awards. Jeff Smart, Marie Scott, Maddie Hodge, Howard Dawns, Olivia Gamble, Sandy Babb, and Carrie Minsler.
All right, Hurricane ready.
And snap back to Evans. Oh!
Hit him in the hands.
Hit him smacking. Is that Evans? I mean, Matt Smith. Looks like he walks like Matt Smith.
Pass
So
was intended for Matt Smith.
Yes.
Incomplete.
there was a hand from the courthouse went up right in front of him. I don't know if he nicked the ball,
did he?
but he got it. I think it
Distracted him enough, got in his way.
Yeah, that he just lost contact of the ball for a second.
So we got a 3rd and 9. Once again, we're on the 30-yard line. Wilmington leading 31-0 here in this first half of play. We're in the second quarter.
And man in motion, Merritt. Hands off to Merritt, go around the left side. He gets around the corner. He close to the first down, but I think he may be a little short, which will be very close. Let's see where they mark him.
So now the real question is, do they attempt to go for this on fourth down?
Let's go about 3 yards shy.
A score, Clinton Massey leading Hillsborough 35-0 with 4 minutes left in the first half of play. And Bland and Batavia still 14-7 Blanchester, and they're at halftime.
Well, I got
All right.
Wilmington's back to punt.
So Wilmington is going to punt the ball.
Rory Bell, who also kicks off, is back to do the putting.
Once again, I think they probably thought they dodged a bullet, so they don't want to do anything.
Short punt, didn't get real high, goes out of bounds. Again, he's on the left hash mark, kicks to the left, giving not a long punt.
Rory Bell's punt is out of bounds.
No more than 20 yards, if that far. And you're wanting to get at least 35, 40 yards in high school probably on a punt.
The ball's going to be put down at the 49-yard line.
49 at midfield, and the line of scrimmage was around the 33, so that's about an 18, 19-yard punt.
Second member of the Wilmington Hall of Fame.
Oh, there were 49 on this side of the field. I was looking on the wrong side, so it even makes it like a 17-yard punt.
At halftime in Huber Heights, Wayne leads Beaver Creek 46-0. All right, once again, spreading the field here. Blue Lions.
Ask KJ if he's having a nice time. A handoff quick up the middle. And the ball's knocked loose. They're going to referee coming in saying 2. He's saying no, he was down before it came out. So he got back to the line of scrimmage. That was number 15, Rice for Courthouse. We got Patton and Rice in the backfield. We got 3 receivers down here to the left, 1 receiver up to the top of the field to their right. Snap back, goes quickly to Burns, catches, gets free, breaks free, he's going to score. No, he trips up.
Another come from behind grab here.
Yeah. But he got down to the 10-yard line, so it looks like it's going to be first down and goal again. This is about where they were last time. They were down, to 12-13 last time.
Right.
So now we're going to 9:24 left in the first half. Wilmington want to keep a hold of that 30-point lead to keep that clock running. So they need to stop them from scoring here. Ball on the 10.
Still the same score for Blanchard.
High snap, handoff to Rice up the middle. Brought down after a 2 or 3 yard gain. Going to get up to about the 6-yard line.
I would imagine AJ is
4.
probably, he's impressed with Wayne. I mean, Wayne, they're a potent offense and defense. So it's good to see football, even if you're getting shellacked on the other end.
It's like AJ out of use. It's like a Washington Courthouse. I mean, it's like Ohio State versus
Michigan. Yeah. Kind of reminds you of that, doesn't it? Okay, can the Blue Lion punch it in?
Throws in, catch,
slam,
and he's got the ball. He shows the referee I've came up with the ball in the end zone. They're not saying, but now he's jumping up and down. He thought the referees were saying no touchdown. He started to jump up, and then all of a sudden he realized they were saying. But the referees he were looking at are not the referees that signal touchdown. So Courthouse is on the board. 8:43 left in the first half. Again, a breakaway play gets the ball all the way down. It's always the big play that it's not 10 yards, 12 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards. Hurts Wilmington. It's the big play. They're going to go for 2, it looks like. Number 8 back, Patton back, throws, catches it. Rice catches it at the goal line. They got 2-point conversion. So it's 8-31. Now it's a 23-point lead.
Makes the score Wilmington 31, the Blue Lions 8.
So if Wilmington scores again in this half, as we start the second half, we'll have a running clock. If they can stop Courthouse from scoring, but Wilmington needs to score again. Score is 31-28, 8:38 left in the first half. Wilmington Hurricane leads the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. Both teams huddle up on the side, getting ready for the kickoff. And I wouldn't be surprised for a short onside kick or boot kick here.
Somebody already posted the score.
Wow, that's quick. Alrighty, Wilmington's already set up to receive this ball, kickoff. Washington Courthouse is placing the ball down. Alex Trumbull is going to be kicking off for Washington Courthouse, number 29. He's the senior. Here he comes up, kicks the ball deep, caught at the 8-yard line by Merritt. Merritt gets back up, hit, and pulled down about the 28. He was full steam, and when he was hit, he was motoring down the field, and if nobody touched him, he was going. A great tackle from Washington Courthouse. They replaced the ball just over the 28, almost to the 20, looks like almost to the 29. So it's going to be the 29-yard line, first down, 10. Wilmington gets the ball, 8:31 on the clock. Left in the first half. Wilmington goes out. Evans in the backfield, along with Phelps back in the backfield. Got 3 wide to the right, 1 down here to the left. Got Ryan Camp down here. Let's see, a handoff up Phelps up the middle, breaks it out, going up the middle, but breaks out the left side, stops, goes to cut back, but immediately brought down by some Washington Courthouse Lions, Blue Lions. He's going to be for a couple-yard gain there before he was pushed back. He was 1 yard shy, got to get 1 yard over the 30. So it's the ball's at the 31, going to give him 2 yards on that run. 8:05, 4, 3, 2, 8 minutes left in the first half. Again, Evans in the backfield with Phelps. Here comes Merritt in motion. Fakes the handoff to Merritt, keeps it himself, runs up the middle, hit, and brought down. He's going to get maybe a yard gain, I think. Not going to be a big gain.
Brought down by the Blue Lions.
It's going to be third down and at least 6.
You know, the stop is on 31, Russ Frazier.
Going to be third and 7 probably. No, they're saying 6 on the scoreboard. 3 wide receivers down here to the right, 1 to the left. Offside, Courthouse. They went in there quick hut, and somebody jumped on Courthouse, giving them 5 yards, so it's going to be third and short now. Okay, it's third and 2. Wilmington has the ball. Evans in the backfield for the shotgun. Phelps right behind him. 3 receivers down here to the right, 1 receiver up north to the left. Evans in the backfield. Takes it, hands off to Phelps up the middle. Phelps up to the backside, left side. Breaks free, going down the sidelines. Nobody around him. And goes in for the touchdown. 7-10 on the clock as Wilmington scores. Oh, we got a yellow flag on the field. Yellow flag on the field. Hold your horses.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
And it's coming back. Coming back, holding Wilmington. Every week we have a great run back that's called back for hold. Every week. And a lot of them that I have seen, and I've seen the holds, they had nothing to do with the play, and Wilmington's got to cut that out. Got to quit holding a guy to get the play done. Do your job, do not hold. Especially if it didn't help Phelps get anywhere what he was doing, the only thing you're doing is hurting the team. You're not helping. So now it's going to be third and 11. So where we had a first down or a touchdown, now we got third and 11. Three wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Phelps in the backfield with Evans. Takes it. He's going back to pass. He's looking deep, throwing deep down the middle of the field. Merritt's wide open. Oh, he turns around and does not catch ball. Then was hit. No penalty.
Depending on the play for the blue line before.
If you turn around, Merritt turned around with his back totally to the goal line trying to catch the ball, and usually you get on your heels when you do that. Hard to catch. So Wilmington had a touchdown brought back. Almost came back with another touchdown. He was free, wide open, but missed the ball. So now it's going to be 4th down and 11. We're going to punt the ball.
Still 31-8. Wilmington in the lead.
Roy Bell back to punt. He's going to be punting, actually kicking around the 20 where he's going to let go of the ball.
High.
The ball is a really high kick this time. Hitting the ball about just over the 40. Oh, hit a Wilmington player, and it's going to be stopped at the 29. See if the referees noticed the touch. If they did, it's going to go up where he touched it. And I think that's what they're doing. He touched it just over the, not quite to the 35, up to 34. See where they're going to place the ball. Going to place the ball on the 33-yard line of Washington Courthouse. They get the ball. So it looks like Wilmington scored and gained back that touchdown, and but it was called back for an errant hold, which Wilmington has been doing the last several weeks. Every time they have a long run, there's usually a hold in there. Courthouse back. Again, Patton takes the ball quickly, throws out to number 2 in the backfield, who runs out to the right side, wide open. Oh, it looks like a little hold there. They didn't call it. Dylan Stewart pushed out of bounds about the 33.
All right.
Dylan Stewart, number 2, went back, caught the ball actually behind the quarterback. It was a backward pass where he could turn around and pass again, but he turned around and started running, and nobody was even hardly close to him. They went from 133 to the other 33, it looks like, on that play. Quarterback hands off again to number 15, Rice up the middle. Again, they up the middle.
Nice run.
Hurt Wilmington again there. It's down to the 20, which is going to be a 1st down. Wilmington's showing signs of being tired.
It looks like a little fatigue there. The Blue Lions, certainly they're taking advantage of Wilmington's weakness at times when the up-the-middle plays, and it's getting them some mileage here. Got a timeout?
Wilmington had to call timeout because they were late getting a player on the field and a player coming off the field, and Courthouse was getting down to snap the ball, and if they snapped it, we'd have had 12 men on the field, so he had to call timeout.
So with 6:16 left in this first half of play, Wilmington leading 31-8. Washington's got a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, trying to take it in for their second score.
I can tell you, Killen is not happy right now. He wants that running clock in that second half to get this game over with quicker. And we had a touchdown, had a pull back. Now they're getting ready to score again, possibly, which could cut this in half, and he doesn't want to see that happen. You do not want Courthouse going in at halftime with 2 quick scores and thinking, hey, we're back in this game.
No, that actually gives them a little bit of leverage there in the second half.
Patton in the backfield with Rice, hands off to Rice up the middle, hit, breaks free, and falls down, gets down to about the 15. So he gains about 5 yards on that run. Again, the up the middle play is hurting Wilmington again. It's coming wide open, and if it wasn't for an ankle tackle there that he dragged him, he'd have broke that free for a big gain. Balls at the 15.
They called it back.
Second down.
Oh, high.
High snap. Throws to the end zone. Great defense at the last second.
Who was it?
Trying to see the numbers. See, it's those black uniforms. You can't see the numbers as easy. Come on, you tell me.
I know it was a Wilmington player.
24. That's Tereska. Franz Tereska. I can see the numbers on the back of the uniform. It's the front. It's really hard to see.
Right.
Again, going back to pass. Throws deep to the back of the end zone.
He's wide open.
He's wide open. Touchdown. I tell you what, the passing, I have seen these guys coming open. They could hurt Wilmington with the passing attack right now. Wilmington defenders are not staying step by step with these receivers. Then they're trying to run back at the last second and knock the ball loose.
So the Blue Lions going for 2?
They did last time and got it. If they go for 2 again, they'll be down 22-31.
No, 31-15, 16.
Oh, 60. I'm giving them 8 more points. Jeez.
Yeah,
I'm adding 8 points. They're getting 8 points.
It's that new math you got
you're
there.
right. It's a pick. Handoff. He's going to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield and brought down. They tried a trick play. It didn't work.
So it's 31-14. Hurricane in the lead going into the last 5 minutes and 24 seconds. And someone brought me my dinner.
If you try for 2 every time.
So what's everybody else going to eat?
If you try for 2 every time and you get it half the time, it's the same as kicking the extra point.
Yeah, and so the question is, do they go for the 2 because they're behind, or do they go for the 2 because they don't have an extra point kicker that's that accurate? What's the question? What's the answer?
I don't know. Why did Wayne go for 6 every time?
Yeah. Well, AJ says that he can't wait for the game to be over. So he's a little bored, I guess you could say.
Did you ask him about the this looks like Ohio State playing?
No, I didn't say anything about that. I didn't want to rub any salt into the wounds.
For the kickoff for Washington, number 29, Alex Trumbull.
All right, Blue Lions going to kick off to the Hurricane.
Did you ask him why they get 6 points every time? Did you ask him, are they trying for a kick?
No, I probably should ask him that. Maybe I'll do that while you're interviewing Marty Bogart.
Okay. Ball picked up at the 22 on the kickoff, brought back to about the 30 and pushed back. Let's see where they mark him down. They're saying he didn't get to the 30. So they're saying about the 29-yard line.
With the kickoff return, number 24, France Triska for the Hurricane.
France Triska caught the ball, brought it back from the 22 to about the 29-yard line.
Well, someone's logging in, and they're keeping the score stream score, so I won't have to change it. I'll just watch what they add.
All right.
31-14, second quarter, 5:17 remaining. Wayne leads Beaver Creek 46-0. That's at halftime with our crew number 2. AJ Ganger.
Well, Wilmington, after they got their 31, has led up 2 scores since that time.
Clayton Weaver and Roger Thompson, they're at Wayne.
Pitch out here to Merritt. Top to 30. Got over to the 37. Knocked out of bounds.
Close to a first down, if not.
That's going to be about a yard or so short. See if they mark it to 38.
I'll watch you sneak those fries. I know how you do that.
That's the only thing I get to eat.
Yeah.
All right, Wilmington set up. Hike, hand off to Phelps up the middle, cuts it over to the right side, breaks around, gets over the 50, being grabbed by about 5. Blue Lions gets down to the 46-yard line of Washington Courthouse.
And our thanks to Doug at Gold Star for providing me my dinner tonight.
We saw that, Rick. We saw that.
You see that?
Line of scrimmage will be the Washington 46-yard line.
46 first down for Wilmington. Hand back again to Phelps. Phelps goes up to the grabbed and pulled around.
That's going to be a penalty.
That's a face mask, yes.
Oh yeah, that was a severe face.
Oh
face
man,
mask.
he almost turned his head around.
Yeah.
I was shocked I didn't see a yellow flag quicker than that. There's only one. I thought I'd see 3 or 4 yellow flags coming down there.
They're picking it back up.
There's evidently somebody saying it wasn't his face mask he grabbed. The back official threw a face mask. The other officials coming in saying no, it was a jersey that he grabbed. And I tell you what, it turned him around. You don't see a guy turn around like that very often if it's on jersey or something else. Okay, second down and about 6 is saying I'd say 7.
Yes.
Down the middle of the field. Oh,
Overthrown.
Matt Smith was wide open, but just overthrew him about a yard.
Evans pass into the end zone is incomplete.
I know what you're doing, Joe. Oh, another brownie.
Okay, Wilmington coming back. Still going to be about 3rd and 7. The scoreboard says 6, but that looks more like 7 to me. Wilmington in the backfield. Could be 4-down territory. Let's see what they do. Merritt in motion. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeps it. Evans running around to the right side. Pushing, keeps going and brought down. One of the Wilmington coaches saying 1st down.
No, he's shy.
I didn't think he got that far, but I see a Wilmington coach saying 1st down.
Well, that's wishful thinking.
Must be. Don't say 1st down unless it is.
But they're going to go for it. There's no way that they're not going to go for it.
Now where they are now, yeah.
We've got a 4th and about 1. Okay, big play here for the Blue Lions and
Wilmington.
Wilmington.
2 men in the backfield this time. 56 in the backfield. Lead blocker. Phelps following him.
Did he get it?
Oh, yeah. He got over the 35 to the 34. Only had to get to the 37 and got to the 34. Wilmington brought Preston Kessler, defensive player, in to be the lead blocker on that.
Clear out the interference.
Yeah.
All right, Wilmington's got a 1st down. They're on the 33, driving. Oh, got some movement there.
No.
Taking a little extra time to get this play in.
3:28 and counting. Wilmington has the ball 1st down from about the 28-yard line, or 33-yard line, excuse me. Pass completed, but behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, set up a screen, and it did not develop.
No, he should have thrown that away. Threw it to Phelps, but he lost about 2 yards. So we're back to the 35-yard line.
So 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
From the 35-yard line. 3:02 still remaining. Plenty of time for the Hurricane to take this in.
And that's what Wilmington wants to do, score with not very much time left on the clock. Again, trying to get 5 yards back by make him jump off sides, or don't do it. They don't go for it. Evans in shotgun, hands off to Phelps. Phelps trying to go up the middle, hit immediately, and boom, a host of players. Again, it's going to be a loss of yards.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 4, or 3rd and 14. I got the 4 right.
It's the 4 to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the scoreboard says 3rd
Courthouse
and
is now
13.
calling timeout. They want some time left on that clock when they get the ball.
Right, and that makes sense. Obviously, they are on a roll. They've scored the last 2 times they've had the ball, and they would like to get an option.
Well, I'll tell you what, what I've noticed with Phelps running the ball the last couple of times where he's gained some yardage, it's not up the middle. He may take a step up, but he shoots the right or shoots left.
Yeah.
And the last 2 times he's tried to go up the middle, he's gotten hit hard and stopped. So, if Wilmington doesn't pass, they could pass here because they're leading 14. If they give it to him, I look for an outside run, either off right tackle or left tackle, not up the middle. Wilmington has heard him going to the outside.
Again, this is for the games against Northwestern and Nebraska.
Well, right now, for a running clock in the second half, they need 13 points. So, any way you look at it, they're going to have to put some points on the board.
Yeah.
And they'll have to stop the Blue Lions when they get the ball in the second half. And,
right now, they're two down territory. So we got 3rd and 14, and Wilmington has 2 downs to get this 1st down. Handoff, faked handoff, coming around the side, throws short, picked up, running in, Merritt, hit, pulled out of bounds. Going to be short of the 1st down, but it's going to be close. It's going to be kind of short.
It's going to be about 2 yards, it looks like.
Yeah. Going to be about, it's 2 yards to the 20. It's going to be about the 27. Got to get to the 27 4, and he's
4
gonna,
yards.
so it's going to be about 3 yards shy.
We got a 4th and 4 according to
They
the
say 4.
Line
scoreboard.
of scrimmage is going to be the 27-yard line of the blue line.
And of course, Wilmington's going for it.
Quarterback keeper running left. Nobody out there, throwing deep toward the end zone. Matt Smith. Oh, had it for a second and dropped it.
Matt Smith in the corner of the end zone.
So, Hurricane turn it over on downs.
Turns it over on downs.
Blue Lions are going to have 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock for the remainder of the second half to see if they can put the ball in the end zone and cut this lead, cut the deficit.
I look for a lot of pressure from Wilmington here right now. They've been hurting Wilmington in the past, so I look for
What
them.
Wilmington needs to do right now is take it back away from them and put some points on the board.
Well,
that would really...
They've hurt Wilmington lately with the pass. Wilmington should be looking for the pass. Keep with them. Put the quick pressure. Don't give the quarterback enough time to set up and throw an easy throw. The high snap. Patting back, throwing deep down the middle. His man's wide open and couldn't get the ball to him.
He's had his man open on several occasions.
Ron Streska had the defense on that, and he was a good 5-6 yards behind.
Yeah, he got beat bad.
Right now, coaches are telling these guys, do not get beat deep, and whatever happens, if the guy catches the ball, you got to be able to tackle him. Do not get beat deep, and that guy just ran right past him.
All right. Got 2nd and 10.
Going to fake, going to hand off up the middle. He's wide open. Broke free. 2 guys around him, and he bring him down over the 50 to about the 45-yard line.
What do we got? A fumble.
Wilmington says fumble. They're saying down, and there's no instant replay in high school.
Well, actually, there is. It's just that you can't use it. Yeah, this is the last year was the first year that actually instant replay was allowable, at least from the standpoint of coaching. You could watch the instant replay, but it can't be used for determining plays.
Just like I referee, just like I tell people, if I don't see it, it didn't happen. I'm sorry. If the referee didn't see the ball come loose, unfortunately, they can't go back and look at anything. High snap again, back throwing deep down the left side, and Ames was back there, but he lost the ball, and number 2 couldn't get to the ball for Courthouse.
Just beyond the receiver's hands.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10, 1:56 left in halftime. Wilmington's got a 17-point lead. Wilmington wants to keep a 17-point lead. If Courthouse scores a touchdown, I mean, the whole game changes. Handoff, run up the middle, and 15 Rice is hit behind the line of scrimmage hard and brought down. So it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Had figured that one out.
This was Hurricane Wilmington, not Hurricane Matthew there. So it's going to be 3rd and 11. Wilmington needs to make some damage on this play right here. Here's another high snap brought back. Throwing right down the right. Ames is back. Ames is watching, and
Ames was the only person that might have been able to make that play.
yeah, he was watching the ball. He was running like a receiver after that ball.
Yeah, the receiver had no chance of catching it. It was way overthrown.
It's going to be 4th down and 11. Now, with 1:28 on the clock, 11 yards, and you're at midfield at Courthouse, do you go for it?
No.
Trying to get back in the game?
No,
I mean, they're looking. They're over there talking about it.
They're going to do one of these quick kicks or whatever. They are not going to go for this.
You can't give Wilmington the ball at midfield with 1:28 on the clock with the way they can score quickly.
Well, it looks like they're going to attempt it. They've got them spread across the field.
Well, this is what they did earlier when he ran sideways and then kicked the ball.
Yeah, he may look for an opening if he could run it, but if there's an opening, he'll take it and run it.
Dylan Stewart's in the backfield. Up to him, he's running
There's
to
the
the
kick.
right. Oh, he's going to run! He's going to run!
He's down.
And he got back to the original line of scrimmage, so Wilmington's going to get the ball at the 44-yard line.
That was just an error in judgment. He was trying too hard. He wanted to make something happen, and it just wasn't there for him.
When he started to run a kick, he looked like he saw guys go back. Then he thought, I'll run, but it wasn't there, so he should have then kicked it.
No, and I'm sure that Wilmington's coaches were saying, in these instances where it looks like they are going to punt, just be careful because they may attempt to run.
Here come the gods from above coming down.
Are they?
Okay, Wilmington has the ball with 1:23 left on the clock. chance to score. Ball almost midfield at the 40-yard line of Wilmington.
This would be great. All we need to do is take it in.
Getting a hand off to Phelps up the middle, wide open, breaking free more, breaking back to the left. He's wide open going down the sidelines, 20, 15, 10, pushed out of bounds. No yellow flags this time.
Down to about the 7 or 8 yard line, huh?
Yeah. Going to see where he pushed him out. And it looks like, you see, 10, 9, 8, maybe 7 yard line where they're marking him.
So once again, the critical error by the quarterback of the Blue Lions and not punting the punter.
The punter, yeah.
Not punting the ball and trying to run it has put them in jeopardy of Wilmington scoring a touchdown.
For the Hurricanes.
Hand off to Phelps, go around the left side. Looks like he's going to make it in, and he does. Steps in just in front of the pylon. Touchdown. Wilmington scores 37-14 with 1:08 left in the first half.
Wayne leads Beaver Creek 52-0. They're in the third now.
Don't ever have a hiccup and say Beaver Creek leads Wayne now.
No, that wouldn't happen.
Over is number 15, Ryan Camp.
All righty. Henry back to for the extra point. Ball down, ball up.
Man, good.
And it looks like it splits the uprights and does. Wilmington leads 14-38 over Washington Courthouse Blue Lions with 1:08 left in the first half.
So conceivably, still some time on the clock. If Washington Courthouse was, maybe able to hit a quick pass, it might go for some yardage or do a run back.
You know, the Hurricanes are screaming, "Hey, we pulled that ball loose. That was a fumble." That's all moot. It doesn't matter because we still got the ball back and we still scored off it.
And remember, the Blue Lions are going to get the ball in the second half. They'll have the first series of downs in that second half.
Right. So Wilmington needs
all the more reason that
shut
Wilmington,
them down now.
That's right. All the more reason that Wilmington needed to score and shut them down in this remaining minute 8 seconds in the game.
Wilmington has a 24-point lead. Needs to be 30 to have the running clock. So if Wilmington scores another touchdown without Courthouse scoring, their clock will be running the second half.
Just a reminder, tomorrow we've got Baldwin Wallace at Wilmington College. We've got that broadcast.
It's a short kick. Caught at the 33. Pulled down just over the 40.
About the 42, 43-yard line?
43-yard line, I'm saying. Yeah, I never know where these referees are going to place it because I'll say it looks like it got to the 44, pushback, or
43.
And they go wherever they feel like.
It is the 43-yard line.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, they don't.
43-yard line.
First and 10 for the Blue Lions. Line of scrimmage will be their own 43.
Still got some smoke left over from the cannon fire.
Yeah. Snap, back to Patton, throws quickly. Ball batted up in the air, and the receiver still catches the ball just over the 50.
Was it touched by a Wilmington player?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it hit a Wilmington player who almost tried to pick it off, and then...
ball went high in the air and fluttered like a flailing duck and was caught by the receiver.
Fluttered like a flailing duck.
Yeah, do you like that?
That's snappy.
I like that one.
It's like a snappy turtle.
They made it to the 49 of Wilmington. Another high snap, throws to the right side. Again, Burns back. He catches the ball and goes out of bounds. Burns is beating his defender down there. He hasn't caught a lot of the ball.
Yeah, he's got some speed.
He's got speed. He's athletic.
At the 20-yard line. Or
he's
just
a basketball player.
The
He can leap. You got to stay with him.
So what are they bringing it back?
They're bringing it back, looks like.
So there must have been a penalty on the Blue Lions.
So Blue Lions are doing what Wilmington usually does after a big play.
Go the other direction.
Going the wrong direction.
Yeah, I didn't see the hanky on the field, but obviously it is against the Washington Blue. Oh, no. What are they? They're going the wrong way.
Yeah, it's got to be against Blue Lions.
They started marching it off against Wilmington.
We don't want the catch. We'll take the penalty. I don't think that's going to happen.
All right, so that's a big penalty.
That's a big penalty. That ball's going back to the 35-yard line of Washington Courthouse. They got to get over the 50 to the 47-yard line of Wilmington.
So they've got a second and forever. Second and 18.
18, right. Second down, 18. But tell you what, you got to watch those long passes.
32 seconds.
Going back deep. Throwing down the middle. Burns is there. Caught. But for first down. And they're blowing him dead again. The ball was...
Yeah, he caught it. He went to the ground. It wasn't really a fumble or anything.
I didn't see it come out. I just saw Dylan running with the ball. And I go,
well, Dylan is quick to pick it up. You know, you never know. You never know. You could catch one of those officials napping. You know, officials nap quite frequently when they're in the action, especially basketball officials.
Basketball officials?
Or volleyball, for that matter.
Volleyball officials?
Yeah.
We like to nap a little bit because we don't have to run or move that much, you know.
Yeah, I figured. Well, volleyball particularly, right?
Yeah.
How many officials do a volleyball game usually in varsity? Two?
Two.
Just two?
One down, one up.
Yeah, okay. So one is sleeping and one is awake.
Right.
That's the way it works. Well, you get your Z's in.
Yep.
All right.
Ball to the 44-yard line of Wilmington. First down.
24
seconds left. So the clock's as big a play as the yardage. Oh, is it intercepted? Oh, almost.
Close.
He was throwing again to number 6, Burns.
Overthrew him. Wilmington had a couple players back.
Depending on the play for Wilmington, number 42, Trent Nader.
His dad is a basketball official from Hillsboro, Burns.
All right.
And very athletic. So his sister is very good in basketball, very athletic. Going to the right side, caught, broken tackle, then Dylan gets him, and then a host of Wilmington, they get him and stop him. That was brought up by number 5, Proby, that caught that ball.
And remember, at halftime, Joe is going to be talking to Marty Bogart, and we'll have any other festivities at halftime as far as homecoming.
Clock will start here because it was caught in the middle of the field.
And I'll give you some scores, too, at halftime.
11 seconds left in halftime, so the clock is against Courthouse here as well as the yardage.
Oh, they're putting some time back on the clock.
They say 12 seconds or 22? 1, 2. Putting 1 second on the clock.
1 second back on the clock.
There we go.
All right, so now we're official. 12 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Wilmington leading 38-14, 20-point lead.
Starting the clock. Here we go. He's going back deep. Here comes a rush. Throwing deep toward the end zone. Ball's up, tipped, almost intercepted in the end zone, but dropped.
That was the old tip drill.
That was the old tip drill. In 5 seconds, it gives them one more. See, if that was intercepted, then they don't get this last play of a chance pass. So now we're going to have one more Hail Mary probably.
And stranger things have happened.
Courthouse is calling a timeout.
So they're going to talk this over, decide what they're going to attempt to do.
I could see Wilmington or Courthouse calling a timeout here because the clock stopped.
Well, the main thing you got to worry about if you're Courthouse is you don't want to do something where you throw the ball up to anybody. The ball is returned,
right,
and Wilmington scores at the very end of the half.
What I see happening here is going to be he's going to try to go back and get enough time to throw it deep to the end zone. He's not going to try to throw it to a guy on the 20 and hope he runs it in because there's not going to be time on the clock. And he's going to hope for a wide open or a tip that keeps his team alive.
Well, Shazams, Beaver Creek scores. It's now 52-7.
They got a chance.
That's right. They're on their way back. 52-7. Wayne leading Beaver Creek. So Beaver Creek will not be shut out tonight, that's for sure. And, of course, you might want to go over there at halftime and listen to AJ and crew just briefly.
All right,
but come back here for all the action with Marty Bogart.
Almost snapped over the quarterback's head. Goes back. Here comes the rush. He throws it as he's tackled in the end zone. The ball goes up, bounces around. Incomplete. The clock runs out. He was hit hard as he threw the ball, but that was illegal. They were on top of him going for the pass. So the quarterback, Patton, was hit as he threw the ball. Barely got the ball loose. I'm not even sure the ball was a little tiny touch, but he threw it really high, and he's still down, bent over as he was hit. So
now, hopefully he's going to be okay.
Hopefully he'll be okay. I think pride was hurt as much as anything right there. Hopefully that's all it is. Wilmington's going off the field, and then followed by Washington Courthouse Blue Lions going off the field. 20 minutes halftime. As we have halftime, the Blue Lions band getting ready to come on the field. We'll have homecoming festivities for Wilmington. Again, Wilmington leads the Washington Blue Lions 38-14 at halftime here in Wilmington, Ohio.
Fans, we ask you to direct your attention down to the 30-yard line. Our newest inductee for this evening to the 2016 Wilmington High School Hall of Fame is Brent Patton. Brent earned 7 varsity letters in football, basketball, and baseball during his career at Wilmington High School.
His nephew.
In football, Brent caught 79 passes, totaling 1,267 yards throughout his career. He averaged 41 yards per punt and had 10 interceptions during his senior year. He earned first-team All-SCOL honors for football all 4 years of his high school career. His junior year, he was named as All-SCOL receiver. In his senior year, he was named as an All-SCOL receiver, defensive back, and SCOL punter. He earned honorable mention honors for Southwest District and first-team All-Region receiver. Brent also was a member of both the baseball and basketball teams moving on to the sectional and SCOL championships. Following his high school career, Brent originally signed for Youngstown State University. He redshirted and then transferred to Ohio University. During his time at Athens, Brent earned 2 varsity letters and caught 24 passes. He was named to the All-Academic Mid-American Conference football team in 1993 and graduated with honors that same year. After college, Brent was invited to play for the Canadian Football League, but instead he chose to start a family and married Lisa Dodds, with whom he's been married for 23 years. Brent and his wife have 3 sons, JB, Jarrett, and Craig. His son Jarrett makes a 3rd-generation Patton son, garnering first-team All-SCOL accolades, joining his father Brent and grandfather John.
All right, before Marty makes his way up at halftime to talk to you, Joe, let me see if I can find some scores here.
In the class of 2010. Let's hear from the newest member of the Wilmington High School Athletic Hall of Fame, Brent Patton.
Chillicothe leading McLean 29-0 in the second quarter. Miami Trace leading East Clinton 49-0. That's in the second quarter. Blanchester leading Batavia in the fourth quarter 21-7. Northmont over Springfield 23-21 in the third quarter. Springboro 28. They're down to Miamisburg, the Vikings 31-28, and that is in the third quarter. Columbus DeSales and Edgewood tied at the half 21 all. Kings leads Milford 48-14. That is in the fourth quarter. Troy over Butler 28-19 in the third quarter. Cincinnati Elder over Cincinnati Moeller 24-14, and that is in the third quarter. Jonathan Alder over Harding 35-14, and that is in the third quarter. Bell Fountain shutting out Urbana 42-0 in the third quarter. Clinton Massey over Hillsborough in the third quarter 35-0. It's 59-7. Beaver Creek down to Wayne, and that's in the fourth quarter. Greenview, the Rams leading the Jets of Northeastern 38-14 in the third quarter. Waynesville, they're down to the Polar Bears of Northridge 36-25 in the third quarter. Xenia leading Stebbins 21-9 in the third quarter. Franklin over Bellbrook 42-13 in the fourth quarter. Cedarville, they're down to West Liberty Salem, the Tigers 50-0. Centerville losing to Lebanon 28-7 in the third quarter. Harrison over Little Miami 38-10 in the third quarter. Archbishop Alter, the Knights 49. Purcell Marion, the Cavaliers 13 in the third quarter. Trotwood Madison over Fairborn. The Rams over the Skyhawks 29-0 in the third quarter. Kettering Fairmont over West Carrollton 30-0 in the third quarter. the Carroll Patriots over the Hamilton Baden Rams, and that is 14-3 in the second quarter. Dublin Kaufman over Central Crossing 28-0 in the third quarter. That's Columbus action. The Eagles of Chaminade Julian 28, Roger Bacon, the Spartans 6 in at the half. New Richmond over Goshen 38-0 in the third quarter. Graham Local 39 and the Green and Knights 6 in the third quarter. The Coleraine Cardinals, the number one Division I team in the state of Ohio, currently leading the Middletown Middies 41-0 in the third quarter. Mason leads Fairfield 21-14. Mason's only lost 2 games all year, and they play a tough schedule, including they lost to Coleraine in one of those. Upper Arlington and Hilliard Davidson 7-7 at the half. Lakota East down to Sycamore. The Aviators over the Thunderhawks 21-0. Troy Christian leads Tri-County North 14-0. Western Brown over Amelia 28-7. Rebel Shawnee over Dixie 35-14 at the half. Bethel Tate is down to Williamsburg 24-21 in the third quarter. Hamilton over Princeton 21-0 at the half. Marymount 49. Deer Park 7 in the third quarter. Zane Trace leads Adena 7-3 in the third quarter. Close game there. Brookville over Milton Union 28-13 in the third quarter. Sydney, the Yellow Jackets over the Red Devils at Tippecanoe 21-14 in the third quarter. Turpin leads Withrow 13-2, and that is in the fourth quarter. Munoto 28, Westfall 6 in the second quarter. And those are some of our scores that we have for you. Compliments of ScoreStream to catch you up on all the high school football action on this 7th week of high school play. A reminder that tomorrow we are going to be kicking off with our pregame at 1 o'clock. We have the Blue Jackets. They're coming in to play the Fightin' Quakers tomorrow at Wilmington College. As I said, our pregame starts at 1 with the kickoff at 1:30 right here on CampusNation.com. Your home for high school and college sports. We're going to take a brief time out here for our halftime festivities. We had the Blue Lion Marching Band on the field, and now Wilmington will be out here shortly.
We just want to be. Are you going to be my girl?
These are the low count over here in this
Looks like
by Ned Sternberger and SD Advisory Idea Tour. The band would like to thank you for watching and we wish the Hurricane Marching Band the best of luck this season.
I feel like we were just on Stomp the Yard. Really stomped it.
Yeah, we don't want to be sick. You see that at Purdue? Purdue was playing Saturday. The day before their game, spring step up in the end zone. You can see the whole field in this back end saying, don't turn your back corner face. Be running and all sorts of ball. You're saying that was not at Purdue or it was at Purdue.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Pride of Wilmington Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be playing a portion of their 2016 competition show, Explorer of Infinity. Well, band, the Special Treat, we welcome back Wilmington High School Marching Band alumni. Join us now for some band favorites.
He was in the top 10. He was in the top 10, but he didn't make the top 5. So, but you know what? He gets from all over the country and all over the world. For him to make the top 10, that's a big deal. You just take what's on the middle.
Yeah. Graduating.
Keep on making money.
Yeah, I say. Telling the girls.
Well, actually, I'm saying yes.
Now where are they going to school? Oh, they're home. That's so
Not really good. She gave me a buck on this. That'll do me for about a minute. No, it's good. It seems like bear. More peanut butter. It's sweet. I have some soups like that.
And even make pink
Let's hear it from Wilmington High School marching band.
and the marching band alumni.
So we have the marching band alumni along with the regular marching band at halftime. And of course, this is homecoming for Wilmington. Wilmington leading 38-14 over the Blue Lions of Washington. Washington High School in Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Rick Phillips with Joe Davis. Joe is, he's out there somewhere in radio land, television land.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd like to introduce our newest member of the evening for the Wilmington Athletic Hall of Fame, Kurt Blow. Kurt remains one of the most accomplished athletes of all time in Wilmington High School and Fort Clinton County. During his years at Wilmington High School, Kurt was named as the two-time FABC Swimmer of the Year in 2000 and 2001. He was the 100-yard backstroke champion at the Coaches Classic and was also named to the NISCA High School All-American team in the 100 backstroke and honorable mention in the 50 freestyle. He's a three-time Division I state qualifier and capped off his impressive high school career as the 2002 Ohio High School Athletic Association state champion in Division I 100-yard backstroke. He was also an excellent student at Wilmington High School, was a senior band award winner, and played on the men's soccer team when they won the FABC championship. Kurt launched his illustrious career in his swimming activities at Hope College. During his time there, he was named as the team captain of the swim team and was also a National Swimmer of the Week by collegeswimming.com. In 2006, he earned the Hope College All-Campus Male Student Activity Award. He also was a five-time NCAA Division III All-American in individual and relay events throughout his career. Throughout his athletic career, Kurt displayed excellence in academics as well. He maintained a 3.8 GPA at Hope College and would also earn a master's degree in chemical and biochemical engineering from the Ohio State University. He currently is using his leadership skills as a project engineer at Patel in Columbus, Ohio. Kurt continues to commit himself to helping others. He has coached swimming for the YMCA. He's involved with Habitat for Humanity and is also active with the Engineers Without Borders program. Kurt will remain one of the most decorated and respected student athletes in the history of Wilmington High School, and is a positive example for others to follow for his success and commitment.
Well, at the final whistle here, Wayne, the Warriors defeated the Beaver Creek Beavers 59-7. You'll be able to catch all that action in living HD video on demand. That'll be Sunday night, so check the Campus Nation website for that. Of course, our video from tonight and homecoming festivities and all that will be on the website tomorrow evening, so you can also keep an eye out for that. And tomorrow, of course, we will be doing some college football. We'll have the Fighting Quakers against the Yellow Jackets, and that gets off at Bolton Wallace. That gets off at 1 o'clock. That'll be tomorrow from Townsend Field there on the campus of Wilmington College.
The presentation taking place down on the field. R&L Carrier Hometown Showcase is proud to present Wilmington City Schools with a donation of $1,000 for giving us this opportunity to share the world of logistics with Wilmington students and participate in this fantastic event. The goal of the program is to educate students, also deliver career opportunities, and support local communities. Thank you for helping us accomplish our goals and for investing in your students' future. Best of luck for 2016-27 school year and beyond. Accepting the check on behalf of Wilmington High School is our high school principal, Mindy McCarty Stewart. Thank you. A big thank you to the folks at R&L.
And don't forget Bogart's Southern Barbecue, that Memphis-style barbecue. Marty must have spaced it and forgot that you were going to interview him at halftime. Marty,
Did he come up?
No, he's still down there. He forgot. Anyway, but what we will tell you is that we want to remind you that Bogart's Barbecue now has new hours for the winter. They're closed Sunday and Monday, and from Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 5:30. Those are their new winter hours. They were effective the 1st of October, and they will run until further notice. So keep listening to Hurricane Sports, and if there's any changes in that schedule, because Marty has said that maybe here in a few weeks or maybe a month or two, they're going to expand their hours to a little later in the evening.
2302
7-2.
Is anybody you know down there, Joe?
Oh, lots. Everybody knows.
Are they all in your track team?
No, but some of them, the parents or grandparents of guys who are on my track team.
Great-grandparents probably, too.
Stand with Mr. Glenn's blessing. That ticket number worth $250 for MC Sports gift card 2302.
Almost yeah, football.
7. Bring that ticket with you to the press box immediately.
Ah, close.
Yeah, I had one right here, but it was like there, and I couldn't get out to it. Got to watch that don't start bleeding.
Somebody's got some good throwing arms.
Yeah.
They're getting up here.
There was one that came up, and if it was at the window, I had it right here, and I reached out and I hit the metal.
Yeah, right. Oh, that one's almost upstairs, above on the top of the. What are you going to do? Pretend that you've got an injury now?
Oh,
You won't be able to officiate volleyball.
I gotta watch it because I'm on blood thinner, and if I start, it'll look like a scrape, and it'll look
Well,
like
if you start bleeding, I'll take my shirt off and tie a tourniquet on it. Okay? We'll call the squad. Get you in here.
And we missed a kickoff there. Talk about my injury.
Recovery for Washington, number 26, Kristen Buell.
Well, obviously the Blue Lions were getting the ball this second half, so Wilmington
They're going to
kicked
get the
off.
ball about the 30-yard line.
Yeah. All that revelry and fun that we were having at half, and making fun of your bleeding.
I know it.
All right, so the Blue Lions are going to have the first set of downs here in this beginning of the second half. Let's see if they can move the ball.
Just shy of the 35-yard line, going left to right. Hand off to Patton, hand off to Rice.
Nice pickup.
Hey guys, pick up. Looks like I got about 8 yards on that run. If they can come out with the run and they go back to that pass when Wilmington's not looking for it, Wilmington was having trouble defending the pass.
They're throwing water bottles at people. I wonder if it's filled with like something, Gatorade or something.
Almost had me another football.
It wasn't even close, Joe. Do not deceive.
Going to be short, but not by much. Maybe they're going to give it to him. Maybe he's going to make it. They're giving it first down. Made it to the 40.
So the chains will move. Yes, they are.
Snap back, hand off again to Rice, going up the middle, hit and brought down, but again another 8 to 9 yard gain. Or every first down they're getting 8 to 9 yards.
Yeah, they're eating up the yardage there. So maybe there's something that they've corrected at halftime.
Yeah, it's going to be 8 yards. It's going to be another 2nd and 2. That's what good teams do. They correct. They look at things and decide what to change at half. Let's see what they're doing. Snap, going back to pass. Caught and immediately tackled. Well, we got a yellow flag.
And that's back here at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So something happened, and more than likely it's a hold or some type of penalty. I would imagine it's probably...
Unless somebody ran down the field too soon or something. Let's see.
Now, illegal procedure against the Blue Lions. It's going to bring the ball back. So a nice gain negated.
And I just now noticed, because remember Patton was hit right at the halftime. Number 5, Proby, is in for quarterback. He's the backup quarterback, Corey Proby.
All right.
And he did quarterback some last week. Patton also, I talked to his grandfather at halftime, and he's had a little problem with his heel the last few games, so he's not been able to...
His grandfather's had problems with his heel?
No, I talked to his grandfather. The quarterback.
Oh, well, you got to define that. You're trying to confuse us here, Joe.
That's my point.
I mean, the grandfather probably has all kinds of problems with different
He does.
things. He's old like you.
He is. Okay. Proby back in the backfield, hands off to Rice, who's running around the right side. Another flag coming in, and usually that's a hold from where that flag came to. Let's see what happened.
Right.
Yep, a flat hold. So we're going to...
So have you been thinking, Troy, about my suggestion about the Hall of Fame for us announcers?
I thought about it.
Yeah, for a few seconds. Hey, I mean, if you can bring the alumni band back, you can give us a Hall of Fame. Bill could even be in it. Bill's a candidate. All right, so with the penalty, it moves them back. They've got a 2nd and 17 from the 31-yard line of the Blue Lions. They're going the wrong direction, Joe.
Yeah. Well, depending on wrong for who. For Wilmington, it's going in the right direction.
Yeah, well, it's eating up clock, too. That's what we like to see. Although we're not on a quick clock.
Back. Got a strong arm, throws it. Oh, hit Burns right in the hand, but he could not come up with the ball. I think a little too hard.
Should have got that ball.
No, that ball was right. Hit him in the wrong spot. Hit him in the hands.
Yeah. What you're saying is you or I would have caught that ball.
Oh, of course. Easily.
Yeah.
Again, 3rd and 19. This is must area here because they're not going to be able to go for it this far back. Again, throwing in the middle, but tackled immediately. Burns catches it.
Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Got about to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 10 from the 40. I know as players go, Coach, let's go for it.
There's no way they're going to go for it. It's going to be one of these, kicks where and this time, hopefully, he'll be smart and he will not kick the ball unless he's, or not run the ball unless he's got an absolutely clear line.
Dylan Stewart, number 2, catches it, kicks immediately this time. Nice high kick. Nobody back again for Wilmington. Ball hits, bounces for the Blue Lions.
Very effective.
Over the 10. It goes back to the 10-yard. Wilmington's going to have the ball 1st and 10 from the 10.
Well, you see, one of the things that it did is it planted the seed in Wilmington's mind that they might be running the ball at some time.
And they'd rather get the ball back there than let them run the ball for a first down up here.
Absolutely.
Brittany Gregory, Lauren Hall, Katie Jordan, and Kimberly Nieto, your varsity cheerleader.
So once again, the Wayne Warriors beating the Beaver Creek Beavers 59-7 at Wayne in Huber Heights.
Wilmington here ahead 38-14, 10:07 left in the 3rd quarter. And our sign is saying defense, and we got the ball. We've got to change the scoreboard there.
Probably should.
Up the middle. Phelps got the ball, gets up to about the 18.
Pick up a 7 at least. All right, we got a score hot off the press. Is this a final?
For Blanchester.
Okay, Blanchester beats Batavia 28-7. That is a final, and Clinton Massey still leads Hillsborough 49-0 in the 4th quarter. That's a final? All right, so that is also a final.
Again, delayed handoff to Phelps going up the middle. I think he does get over the first down marker, though, for a first down. Wilmington has the ball first down from about the 23-yard line. A lot of whistles going on here.
Yeah, they saw something.
Well, somebody's snap's not snapped on a player, so he's got.
He looks like he's hurt. He's dragging a leg almost. Yeah, he's hurt. It's either from the play before that. So the official he's really limping now.
Boy, he's got to be helped off. I thought the official was going out, pointing at his helmet like you're snapped, and about that time.
I think the official noticed that he was hurt, and the official did not want another play to be run with him getting further injured.
You got to protect the players first.
And that was good. The official made the right call. He stopped play, and they helped the injured player off the field.
And we got the defense logo off the scoreboard while we got the ball. That's pretty good.
All right, so we're back to offense.
Evans in the backfield with Phelps. Hands the ball to Phelps, going up the middle, hit, immediately pushed back. Got almost to the 25. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 24. So it's going to be a gain of about a yard, excuse me. A yard of about a gain, either way you want to.
Something like that. You've got such a way with words, Joe.
I do.
I know.
Wilmington has the ball. Evans in the backfield. Looks like Ames in the backfield, but this time takes the handoff for motion and gets the ball back to the 25. Just the ball got about a foot over the 25-yard line.
So going to be about a 3rd and 8.
It's going to be about a 3rd and maybe 7. They're saying 3rd up, 8 up there. I'm looking at how far the yard markers are far. We'll say 3rd and 8.
It does look like a little more than 2 yards. All right, big play for Wilmington. Do they keep the ball and continue their drive, or do they have to turn it back over to the Blue Lions?
8:05 left in the 3rd quarter. Courthouse has the ball. Wilmington has the ball. Evans has it. Fakes the handoff, running around to the right. Throws it out to Merritt. Merritt catches the ball. Got to 30. He's going to be about a yard or 2 shy of the 1st down.
And it will be a punting situation. They are not going to attempt to try to make a 1st down this deep into their own territory.
Well, we got the lead. The main thing to do is win the game.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to give some easy momentum back to the Blue Lions now that you've got them down 38-14.
Wilmington will be facing 4th down and 2 yards to go. Rory Bell in punting formation.
Nice high punt coming down, hitting just over the 40-yard line of Courthouse. Let's see where they mark it, where it went out. I don't see a referee over there by the ball yet.
They're sort of looking at each other.
I mean, the ball hit about a yard out at the 40, so it shouldn't be very far from there. But
like everybody's saying, where? Where do we mark it?
Their market looks like midfield.
Well, that's what it appears.
Now they're moving back a little more. Courthouse players were huddled up, and the official was like right underneath there. So they're going to mark it back to the 47-yard line. 46-yard line, they say.
All right. So once again, Courthouse takes over. Let's see if they can move the ball on this attempt.
Okay, again, Roby still back in the backfield, or Proby still back in the backfield. Hands off to Rice, go around the left side. Following these blockers, gets about 2 or 3 yards before he goes out of bounds.
Number 15, Jacob Rice.
If they can keep him in bounds, Wilmington's going to let him get 3 yards for a long time and
it eats time off the clock.
But unfortunately, he went out of bounds there, so he gets 3 yards or 2 yards and stop the clock. Still going to be 2nd and 8.
He actually ran about 3 yards out when he was out of bounds.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Out of bounds, he can run all he wants. Again, back to Proby throwing deep down the field. His receiver's wide open, catches it in stride, and they're going to score. Again, this quarterback has an arm. Our defensive backs have not been staying up with the receivers. They can kill us all night with that. I see a big problem with our defense staying with their receivers. We just let them run passes and then try to run back and catch up with them. You can't do that.
Well, it's definitely making the game interesting now. Waiting for the extra point. Are they going to go for 2?
Well, they have every time tonight. Let's see what they do. I don't see a kicker in there.
No. There must be an issue with the kicker.
4 guys wide. There's hiking. Whistle blown.
Penalty flag prior to the snap on the conversion.
Offsides against the Courthouse Blue Lions.
So they must have lined up offside.
Right. They had 4 guys wide here, 4 guys wide there. That's 8. There's only 3 more. 2 guys and the quarterback around the center, and the quarterback and 1 other player in the middle of the field. They hiked it quick, tried to catch Wilmington off guard, and they were offsides.
So, once again, it's going to be a 2-point play, I'm quite certain. There's no reason for them to kick it.
They are...
It actually gives them a little more room, so this is almost like...
if they're passing, it doesn't really hurt them that much. If you're going to run, it makes it a little more difficult. Hike back, throwing to the left side. Back goes up, catches it.
Got it.
And all the ball's going to do is break the plane, so they got the 2 points.
Conversion is successful by the Blue Lions. On the reception is Dylan Stewart.
All right, well, Courthouse is making a game of it.
Number 2, Dylan Stewart catches the ball, falls into the end zone. So they get 8 points on that play. So now it's 22-38. We're now 16 points ahead of them. If they get
which would be
more
2 scores
more
and two 2-point plays.
And if they can get the 2-point plays as easy as that one, it could be a ball game. They're only two scores down now. Wilmington looks like we're going to get a running clock, and from a running clock to fighting for their lives real quick.
That's right. Well, I mean, there's no question the Blue Lions are making a game of this. This is not in the bag by any stretch of the imagination now. They have struck. They're getting their
this quarterback,
their receivers behind the Wilmington defense. The Wilmington safeties are not staying with them.
No, this quarterback has a arm, and our guys are letting their guys run past him and then trying to stay with him. You can't do that. If you see a guy coming, you got to start going back with him.
Well, the other thing, Wilmington cannot just sit back here and try to run out the clock. They're going to have to put some offense together and score some more, some more points.
And here comes the kickoff from the 40, near hash mark. It's up, not short. Ball stumbled, falls on it. Luckily,
that would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
Got a hurt player.
That was Franz Chereska, and caught it mid-going, but bobbled the ball and fell, but luckily fell right on the ball. 32-yard line is where Wilmington's going to start off, 1st and 10. 6:56 left in the third quarter. Wilmington, if nothing else, Wilmington needs a long drive to eat up this 6:56.
Yeah, it would be good, but obviously at the same time, they've got to be careful because they're going to have to sprinkle in enough in the way of passing so that they're not putting themselves in these 2nd and 8 or 3rd and 8 situations.
Well, they're spread wide. Ames in the backfield with Evans. They're showing a blitz up the middle, fakes. Good. Throwing deep down the middle of the field. Got the man open.
Oh, off the helmet.
They're going to call pass interference. The defender put an arm in front of the receiver, trying to keep him off the ball as he was reaching for the ball. He's saying, I'm going for the ball, but he didn't put it up like I'm going for the ball. He put it in front of the receiver to slow him down, and that was a good call.
Right. And, of course, this isn't the NFL, so they don't spot.
Is this gets Wilmington? Oh, no, this is a 15-yard penalty.
No, they're going to mark it off now from the.
I mean, everybody was coming back, so which part puzzled me, but they got to come back, mark it.
Well, that's because I think that, once again, sometimes even high school football players forget they're not in the NFL, and so they don't spot the ball where the action happens. They go back from the line of scrimmage or sometimes from the spot.
Well, I thought they'd go back, just part of the way, but they went all the way back.
So it's first down for Wilmington from their 47.
Handoff to Ames. Gets over the 50 by 2 yards, so he was about 3 yards shy, so gained about 5 yards on that play. 3 yards shy of the 50, gained 2 yards over. That adds up to 5 yards. And this is just what I said what they needed to do. March down the field.
Well, they're probably listening to us, and so they're doing what you told them to do.
They should. They get some wise advice from sage people up here.
You're sage, that's for sure. Maybe with a little oregano mixed in.
Mixed in. Oh, DJ bouncing around in the backfield. Moves up. Sage getting lost, gets back at least to the line of scrimmage. He handed the ball, bounced around one defender, got up to the line of scrimmage and was pulled down.
So Wilmington looking like they're going to go quickly. Try to keep the Blue Lions off their guard here.
Right.
Passing situation, 3rd and 5.
And Merritt hands it, nope, keeps it from Merritt, hands off, keeps it himself, goes around, gets the first down, and is tackled about the 41-yard line of the Blue Lions. So again, move the chains, the clock running, that's what Wilmington needs to do.
You hear that cowbell, makes you hungry, doesn't it? I thought so. All right, once again, Wilmington moving quickly.
Wilmington in the backfield, Ames and Evans. 2 wide low. Was some movement? Nope. I thought maybe there was movement.
Well, they're
going to stand up.
Looking.
There was movement, but they weren't in the.
They weren't set.
No, they weren't. Well, the Lions were behind the goal. Oh! Phew. That was a little quick.
Just off the fingertips.
Yeah. Threw it high, and he reached up and couldn't pull it down.
So Matt doesn't make the catch.
No, that was actually. I think that ball actually was to Jalen. And that's our. Got both.
Yeah. Let's get the Wilmington.
Well, I had two courthouse sheets up here. That was to Mason McIntosh, number 9.
All right.
All right. The referee gets off the ball.
Whistle. We're set to go.
We're set to go. Looking passing out to the side to Matt Smith. Catches it. Got to the 30. The right goes down. 35, 10, 5. Touchdown, Matt Smith. Wilmington scores.
Where's the cannon?
I have it there.
There's the cannon.
Wilmington goes ahead 22-44. So we've doubled Courthouse's score now with the PAT to come. When if you think about it, Courthouse has to double what they've already did this whole game to get back to where Wilmington is now before Wilmington hits the PAT.
What was that?
Did you understand that? Some more of my sage advice.
Yeah.
Sage wisdom.
Grady Henry on for the point after touchdown attempt. Over is Ryan Kemp.
All right. Here's the PAT.
Ball down, kick up, looks good, and is good. Wilmington goes ahead 45-22, 5:10 left in the third quarter. Wilmington Hurricanes over the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions here at Alumni Field.
And of course, being brought to you by Bogart's Memphis-style Southern Barbecue. Just a reminder, their winter hours, they're closed Sunday and Monday, but Tuesday through Saturday, they're open from 11 to 5:30 in the evening. Those are their winter hours. And as Marty has said, he may expand those as the winter moves on. So we'll get that information and pass that on to you via our website and also, of course, our broadcast as Marty brings you Hurricane sports all season long.
Run down that street. You're going to come up and talk to us real quick after the game.
All right, Wilmington getting ready to kick off.
Rory Bell, kicking formation for the Hurricanes. To the Blue Lions, number 4, Caleb Rice on the kickoff return.
All right, so once again, we are in the third quarter of play with 5:05 remaining. Wilmington 45, the Blue Lions of Washington Courthouse 22. Washington starting their first series and a run and a first down.
For the Blue Lions, number 15, Caleb Rice.
Number 15, he picks up the first down and a few more yards, so they're going to have another 1st and 10. They're moving it on the ground.
And moving it on the ground. I'll get back. Marty Bogart said he will be back up here after the game to give us a little talk. It's Dylan's birthday.
Oh, it is.
They went down and handed cupcakes out.
Oh, that's nice.
At halftime. So he said,
are they allowed to do that?
I don't know.
The kids aren't allowed to take cupcakes to school anymore, so I guess they're allowed to do that. Were those barbecue cupcakes?
We'll have to ask him that.
What do we got here? A penalty or?
Looks like some sort of penalty.
Yeah, this is really moving the ball.
Personal foul, Wilmington. So I don't know what happened. The ball's going down the field.
Must have been after the play ended or something. But that is a severe penalty.
Yeah.
So they're down on the Wilmington 35 now.
First down. And ball handed back. Again, handed off to Rice. Being tackled, got about to the 30.
5 yards?
5 yards. Wilmington was reaching for the ball, grabbing, but Rice was able to keep a hold of it, but he gained 5 yards. To go for the ball.
Well, the Blue Lions are stepping it up. They're moving a lot faster. They're getting set. They know that their time is limited.
Again, handed off to Rice up the middle. Wilmington meets him quickly. He gets about a yard over the white, and that's about it that time.
but we are in 4-down territory for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially with the score being what it is.
Yeah, they're down 23 points with 4:22 left to go in the third quarter, and well over the 50-yard line, so you know they're going to go for it. They don't kick for extra points, so you know they're not going to kick for a field goal.
No field goal. That would be the big shock of the night.
Handoff to Rice up the middle, tripped up, shy of the 25-yard line. They've got to, and let's see where they're going to mark it and if it's going to be close to a first down.
Looks like we got a player limpy there for the Blue Lions, number 56.
Yep.
I guess he's going to stay in.
The referees looks like they may measure here.
All right. But we know it's short. The stick is just to this. It's just to this side, the Blue Lion side of the 25-yard line.
Right. And the ball is not that far off the white line. So if it's short, it's going to be just an inch or two.
I would say it's probably going to be like 4 inches short.
You say 4 inches short?
That's my guess. 4 inches short. About the length of your hair.
And that's something you know a lot about, right?
Yeah. About the length of your hair, Joe.
And I say it's going to be a first down. Nope, it's going to be 2 inches short.
All right, so we split the difference. It's about as long as your eyebrows.
That's about nose hair.
Yeah, your nose hair. Well, I thought that was a mustache.
Yeah, no, it's not a mustache. That's my nose hair.
Okay, well.
I shaved my mustache.
You shaved your mustache. You never know what's going to happen during a Campus Nation broadcast, folks. Especially when Jumpin' Joe is in the
it's fourth down and 2 inches. Let's see what happens here. Because we're not under center. We're back in the shotgun. Hand off. He gets hit but falls over for a first down. I mean, when you're taking the ball in the shotgun when you need 2 inches,
right?
You can get hit in the backfield and not make it back.
Yeah, you would think that the quarterback would go under center and they do a quarterback sneak. I mean, we know and they know that it's going to be a quarterback sneak, but at least you're that much closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
But they get the first down, so I guess it's a moot point, huh?
Proby back. Proby going to throws underneath. And intercepted by Wilmington. Dylan Bogart intercepts the ball. He's breaking free, going down the left sideline. Got one man to tackle him. He grabs it. He horse collars him and then pulls him down. I don't see a penalty. He horse collared him to grab him and then pulled him down. Do you see a yellow flag back here anywhere?
No flags. Well, Dylan was so far out beyond the umpires that they probably didn't, the officials did not see it.
No, because they were all back here. But he did. He reached out, horse-collared him, slowed him down, and then grabbed him, and then threw him down.
Now, wait a minute. Why are we going back?
We're going a holding on Wilmington. I never saw a flag, but again.
Well, they didn't catch the horse collar, but they caught the holding.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
I saw, there it is. It's down there on the 25-yard line.
Oh, I see it now. It's right on the white, so it's hard to pick up.
Yes. But I am zooming in on it so people will be able to see that there is a flag on the play.
That makes a big...
But it is still Wilmington's ball. That's the key.
Penalty yardage is going to be assessed. Marched off against Wilmington after the interception.
That's a spot foul.
That's what I wanted to find out. Was the holding after the interception, or was it a defensive holding? See, that's what I wanted to find out.
That was after the...
Okay, at least Wilmington got the ball.
Wilmington retains possession.
That's the main thing.
Maybe.
So, the other team is so close to scoring a touchdown. It hasn't.
First and 10 for the Hurricane.
All right, Hurricane with the ball.
From the 15-yard line.
Now they're looking over for the play. 3:16 remaining in this third quarter play.
Scoreboard says from the 19, but they're from the 15 or 14.
Yeah, scoreboard's wrong.
Quick pass. Oh, he threw behind Matt. Matt was wide open.
That was a dangerous pass.
Matt cut in, was wide open. If he hit him full stride, that could have been touchdown right there. And he threw it behind Matt by about 2 yards.
Yeah, but if it was close to being intercepted as well, that could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, if the defender saw the ball clearly being behind him, that could have been picked off and just walked in for a touchdown. The play was there. If they had been timed up better. Going to hand off up the middle. And he's running, gets over this about to the 17, so it's going to be third down and probably about 8.
Yeah.
Maybe 7. Third down and 7.
Third and 3.
Oh, third and 3? That's what.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
Are we taking 2 yards at a time on that?
Joe Davis and Rick Phillips here.
It's going to be third down and about 7.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they
3
were wrong.
if you're going the other direction.
Yeah. Third down and third. How's that? All right. Wilmington, big play here.
Oh,
Flags.
we got a flag. That's
Encroachment.
usually against Wilmington. Oh, encroachment, Joe.
There you go. Hey, I am,
Boy.
with my 2015 and 2020 vision, I don't miss a beat. I see it all.
I didn't see anybody move, and usually a lot of times that's procedure on the offense. But so we gained 5 yards. That's going to help out. It's going to make it third and just less than 2, about a yard and a half. They're saying 1 on the scoreboard.
That looks like a long one. I'd say it's closer to 2. But obviously Wilmington's got to make it no matter what. They're not going to.
Going to hand it to Phelps, going up the middle. Evans keeps it. He gets thrown for a loss in the backfield.
Well, the Blue Lions are excited. They shut Wilmington down.
It'd have been close if they handed it off to Evans because he was getting hit, but they lost yardage, so now it's 4th and 8.
So Wilmington will be forced to punt here, still with enough time in this quarter for the Blue Lions if they get decent field possession, which would probably be possession someplace around the 40 to the 50-yard line of Wilmington.
Ooh. Oh, ball's blocked, partially blocked. Ball hits about the 30, bounce around, goes out to 35.
Even better field position.
That's
terrible.
The snap was high. The punter is limping. The ball was high.
Well, the fans thought that the punter was run into, but if they got a piece of the ball, then it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. That once you actually touch the ball, then the punter is fair game.
Right. And that was a bad snap. He jumped up to get it, came down, tried to run it 2-3 steps to then get the ball off, but he's short, and the fielders, the defense was able to get him too close to him.
So the Blue Lions in good shape, and they're going from their 36-yard line with the Wilmington 36-yard line.
Will be in the backfield with Rice, hands off to Rice, goes up the middle, juking around, gets about 5 yards on the carry, gets down to the 30. He actually gained about 6 yards on that play.
Once again, though, they are using clocks, so as long as they keep it on the ground, I'd rather see that than these passes where they get beyond the safeties.
Yeah, but they run 1 or 2 to lull them, and then boom, here comes the pass. They got three wideouts to the left.
Yeah, they're spreading them out.
One down here to the right. The receiver down here at the bottom jumped. Number 2, he did.
So there's a procedure.
Wide receiver should never. You're just standing there. You're looking in and watching, and all of a sudden.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to actually be offsides or to move.
And he took a step, and then the ball was hiked.
So a 5-yard penalty on procedure.
Which makes them run another play, which makes them run more time off the clock.
Right. So it's a 2nd and 9, and once again they are on the Wilmington 35-yard line. They've got the field spread again. Looks like the same play that they were going to run before they were called.
There it goes. This time he hands off to Rice up the middle, but Wilmington was all over that. Personally, I'm sort of shocked because you don't want the clock to run. They've killed us with passing, and they're not passing very
well. I mean, obviously, it is going into the 4th quarter. It's not like they're going to have to re-punt or re-kick or anything. They're still going to be on a drive, but they do have a 3rd and 9, and so this is going to be critical. They need to pick this up.
Yeah, he got about 2 yards, so it's going to be about 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8. Ball back to Proby, looking, throwing deep down the right side.
Open.
He goes up. Does he keep the ball? No. Can't keep the ball. Goes out of bounds. And the ball goes wobbling back.
But he was wide open. He was wide open.
Again, that's Franz Cherishka right beside him. But, they're always 1 or 2 yards away from the receiver. They're not running stride for stride with him. And if they get back behind the receiver to see that pass coming, they can pick those passes off, or at least not let the offense catch the ball.
Right.
They're letting the guy go behind him and then trying to run beside him, and they can't do that.
All right, more than likely this will be a pass with a 4th and 7.
Burns has been the number one guy they go to, and he's now down here at the bottom of the field. And that's who he's looking for initially.
Got him.
I mean, I said they're going to go to Burns. The quarterback went back, looked straight at Burns. Burns runs in and threw straight to him.
Right, and it was a slant route.
Slant route going in. But he's wide open every time. Like I said, I was shocked that they haven't been doing this the whole third quarter.
They got a 1st and 10. They're on the 15-yard line. 27 seconds remaining in this third quarter of play. The Blue Lions are driving.
Going to hand off to Rice, going up the middle. He goes through, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle.
Oh.
He got down to about the 1-yard line.
Well, he did not want to go down.
No, and this is going to be first down. I don't see any yellow flags on the field. He was doing his best to stay up, and he fought and fought and fought.
Well, this is where you...
Hand off to Rice, and he stops short of the goal.
Well, once again, some good defense there.
This should run out the clock. The referee saying start the clock back up. 4, 3, 2, 1.
There it is.
There's into the third quarter. Wilmington Hurricane 45, Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 22. 12 minutes on the clock as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. 12 minutes to go. Wilmington's leading by 23.
Mike Taylor. Mike's had an impressive tenure during his career.
Again, another problem with Wilmington is they scored 31 quick points, but they can't put a team away. They let teams hang around too much, either in the first half or the second half. This one was done backwards, where they let teams hang around the first or second quarter, then put them away. Today, they gained a quick lead, and then now can't put them away.
Well, we know that the difference between this Blue Lion team, besides the fact that they're a class above some of the teams we played, like Hillsborough and like Greenfield, McLean, but they have a big enough squad that they're not playing any players both ways. So rather than Wilmington wearing the team down in the third and the fourth quarters, the second half, Wilmington's not doing that. The Blue Lions are still fairly fresh, and they have the ability then to put some more points on the board.
But going into that Massey game in the future, they got the lead on the Blue Lions. They didn't let Blue Lions score. Well, Wilmington got the lead on them, but they've let the Blue Lions stay in the ballgame. That could be crucial going against Clinton Massey.
Absolutely.
There's a snap. The quarterback keeps it going around the left side. He's hit, and again tackled short of the goal line.
So another good defensive play by the Hurricane defense.
Makes them run another play. I'm sure they're in fourth down territory. It's going to be third down. They've needed a yard, and they cannot get it.
Wouldn't this be incredible if the Hurricane can stop them?
This would be a great defensive stand.
That would deflate their balloon, for sure. Here we go.
Kobe in the backfield takes it, hands off to Rice. He's being hit. He's pushed. He did not get in.
No.
He did not get in. It's going to be fourth. In fact, Wilmington showing they have the ball with the whistle blown, showing whistle was blown.
In essence, they do have the ball because it's going to be a turnover on downs.
No, that was only third down.
Oh, is it?
This was fourth down.
Oh. Well, they got 4th and 0.
Fourth.
4th and 0.
Fourth down for the Blue Lions. They've not been able to get it. They've thrown 3 times, have not been able to put it in. Man in motion, pitches to him, hit, push back, he's not going to get in. Wilmington has held 4 times from the 1-yard line, and Blue Lions could not get in. The defense held.
Well, that's a statement.
That is a statement. And again, surprised me. They've been able to pass on us, and they ran 4 times.
Right. You would have thought they had a little something in the corner or something, a little floater over it, you know? Well, that definitely has taken the air out of the sails of the Blue Lions.
Oh, yeah.
The real question now, they will try intensely to see if they can put Wilmington in the end zone here for a safety.
we'll see if Wilmington takes the snap in the backfield, or if they're going to get under center here with the ball being at the 1 yard line. Will they take it under center and try to push the ball out a little bit and get some yardage?
Well, it'd be nice to get a little bit of breathing room, that's for sure. So maybe we've got
he's
some
under
trickery.
Center. He's
some
under
trickery
center.
here.
Takes it, going to push himself forward. He's going to gain about 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, if he's more comfortable taking the snap away from center, you want to get yourself at least so you're not 7-8 yards in the back in the end zone, trying to get the ball out of the end zone.
Yeah, and in all honesty, even if Wilmington were not to get a first down, they would give themselves enough room to get a punt off.
And force, again, time to come back off the clock.
That's right. The clock is running.
And they're probably going to take every second of the clock before they snap the ball. Here comes handoff to Phelps. Phelps getting hit.
Helmet off. Did a helmet come off?
No, the ball got knocked loose, and Courthouse has the ball.
So there's a Courthouse player down holding his leg. I must have saw the ball come out and not a helmet.
And he handed off to Phelps. He went up the middle.
There's a timeout because of the injury.
He was pushing for extra yards, and that's
usually when it happens.
And somebody reaches for the ball, and you're trying to use your arms to run, and boom, the ball pops out.
So after that great defensive stand on the goal line 4 times, Wilmington denied the Blue Lions from getting in the end zone. Wilmington coughs the ball up. And so now the Blue Lions are going to have it on about the 6-yard line, heading back their direction.
Now let's see if I'm right. Let's see if they come back passing for this touchdown. Yeah, they couldn't get it in 4 times for 1 running. The ball's back, gives them a little more room to open up their passing.
Did you hear that? I think that lone brownie is calling you, Joe.
Is there one over there?
That lone brownie. Well, there may be some underneath it. Oh, there you go. You've got brownie heaven under that.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? There's
the ones underneath it are fresh.
And there's a whole bunch of cookies underneath here, too.
There you go. Yeah, you might as well take one of each, Joe.
Well, I might as well.
You're like a squirrel gathering up the walnuts.
Everybody says I'm nuts, so.
I'm not commenting on that because I got to deal with you. These are
now,
chocolate chip.
Now, if Wilmington held them 4 times to 1, if they hold them again from here, that's really going to deflate.
Sure it would. Or if Wilmington can take the ball back away from them.
Yeah. If they try to pass, an interception would be the best thing they've
that'd be delightful. All right, so first and goal. Blue Lions with the ball.
Again, Proby in the backfield with Rice. You got 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 down here to the left.
Look for a trick play. What I mean by this is look for some misdirection.
Proby takes the ball, backs up, looks at the pass quick, over number 2, Dylan Stewart.
Well, you were right, Joe. They were not going to try to run this one in.
No. Again, that play was there. If he doesn't throw it high, he throws that chest. He's running an inside route. Defender's behind him. He catches that. It's either touchdown or down again to the 1 or 2 yard line.
All right.
Second down from about the 6. Pass back. He's looking, throwing to the right side, to the back of the end zone. And
he's out.
Burns went up for it, but could not bring it down inbounds. Ball went out of bounds. So
now that's what I was talking about. That little floater to the corner is what I would have thought they would have tried the last time.
I would have too. After 3 times, fake it up the middle and then throw that. That probably would have worked the last time.
Got a penalty? There's a flag on the play. It's against the Blue Lions. So it's going to bring him back. Actually, this may be helpful because I'll tell you what, sometimes, especially if you're going to have to pass, you're better off getting a better perspective a little further out than being so close to the goal line.
Well, is it 3rd down? Would that made it 4th down, or are we going to go back to 2nd down?
Well, right now we still have a 3rd and 0.
I know. Well, the yard marker says 3. I don't know if he'd already clicked into 3 and has to go back.
Blue Lions move the ball back to the 18-yard line.
But if that would be 4th down, sometimes one more play.
So it's still 3rd and goal. They have to score a touchdown here in the next 2 plays.
Right.
Unless there's another penalty.
Okay, pass back to throwing the pass to the left side. Number 2 goes up.
Broken apart at the last minute. Second effort.
Ron Streska and Dylan Bogart.
So the double team worked. They broke it up at the last minute.
But again, he had his hands on the ball. He did have his hands on the ball. That was almost there. But good defense. Was there another penalty on the field?
All right, so they're trying to figure out whether it's third down or fourth down.
See?
The Blue Lions coaching staff, they're yelling loud enough that now they've stopped it.
See, that's what I was saying last game at the time. That should have been second down when they said the third down.
So they're discussing this and realizing that it is not fourth down, it's third down. It's third and goal.
It should be, because the last play should have been second down.
From the 18-yard line.
Since they took the penalty, it should have stayed at second down.
Right.
And the yard marker went to third down. Yard marker was wrong. That's what I said last time. I caught that.
Joe, you're right again. That's twice in one game. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
It is incredible.
Where do you come up with this stuff?
I don't know. I shocked myself sometimes.
You shocked me for sure.
Roby back, throwing deep down the right side.
Oh, picked off. Nice play.
Burns had the ball in his hands at the 5. And out of nowhere, was that Dylan that came across?
Looked like Dylan that crossed over and knocked it out of his hands.
But the defender that was on him was letting him catch the ball.
Dylan Bogart with the pass breakup for the Hurricane.
Dylan, doing his job as safety, came over and knocked that ball loose. Now it is fourth down.
All right.
Now be facing fourth down.
All right, this is the game. Let's face it.
Line. Proby back, throwing up the middle, is wide open, catches it.
But
at the 3.
That's not enough.
Slide had to get in for the touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, you needed the touchdown.
So is Wilmington again take it twice in a row.
Deny.
They had the ball goal to go, and Wilmington has stopped them at 8 down.
Whoa, Miami Trace beats East Clinton. This is a final 61-0.
Wow.
61-0. Wow.
I mean, East Clinton is not a bad team, and they've scored a Wilmington.
Now, and Jeremy, I know he's probably pulling his hair out, but that's almost like a Massey score. All right, the Hurricane are going to take over on downs. We are in the fourth quarter with 9:41 remaining in this ball game. Wilmington leads 45-22. They're going to have a 1st and 10 from their own 3-yard line. Main thing now is they don't want to turn this ball over again.
I was going to say, Killen's probably told him, hold on to the ball. We're going to pass. Oh, my gosh. Going down the outside. Caught it. In stride. Pulled around. Looked like he grabbed his face mask, and he did. We got a yellow flag.
So that'll be added on. That's going to be tacked on to the play. Well, here's what happened. I think that probably the Blue Lions thought that Wilmington was simply going to...
I think that was Dylan caught that ball, too.
Yeah, I think that the Blue Lions thought, Wilmington's going to try to push the ball a little further out, get a little room, and they decided they were going for all the marbles, and they slipped Dylan out behind the safeties, and it was successful, and the safety had to grab his face mask to bring him down.
Wilmington gets the ball on the 50-yard line, first down.
1st and 10, 50-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Hurricane. Those the football right.
That was a great call. Great call. I was shocked. I was surprised because you're down their territory. That you don't want a ball intercepted.
What do we got? Timeout?
Referee time. What's going on here? They're asking a question.
They're discussing whether there should be, since it happened after the play or during the play.
I think they're discussing where.
See, that was probably declined.
How many yards?
Well, that was declined. The face mask was declined instead of tacking it on to the end of the play.
I didn't know you could. I thought that's a personal foul.
I think that's what the Wilmington bench was trying to say. Shouldn't you have added the extra 15 yards?
That's what I was like. I said, man, he only got the ball like the 50-yard line. They're not much. I don't understand that. The referee saying start the clock. There, the clock is now running. The Wilmington sideline was saying start the clock, and the clock wasn't running. Hand off to Phelps going up the middle, breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, gets over the 45 to about the 44-yard line. Second and 5, it looks like. Phelps is a strong runner.
He is.
Evans and Phelps in the backfield.
Quick pass.
Wide open. Caught it. That was that Matt Smith catches the ball on the left side, pulled around,
Change
tackled.
of move.
First down.
Clock runs.
Clock running.
Reception completed.
We're getting down to where, unless a lot of stupid things happen, game's in hand.
Yeah, and certainly
too
if the
many scores.
Hurricane take this in for a score,
But you don't want to keep a bunch of dumb stuff happening to just keep it alive.
let's put them away. And this has been a contested game. It's not just a runaway with Wilmington running all over the blue line.
Again, throwing deep down the sideline.
Caught it.
And Merritt catches the ball to 5, takes it on in for a touchdown.
Looked like the other receiver was double covered.
Right.
And so that freed up Merritt.
Merritt underneath, because it looked like it was going to go to the outside, which was Smith, and Merritt caught it underneath.
Right.
51-22, 8:10 on the clock. That was the nail that in the call
On the
right there.
reception for the Hurricane. Touchdown goes number 32.
PAT coming. This will put Wilmington up 30 points. This will start
The quick
the
clock.
clock.
Which doesn't help the Blue Lions at
Are
all.
Wilmington going for 2 here?
Why would they do that? No.
No, not even close.
So now why would Wilmington...
This is 20. They're up 30 points. 30 and 22 is 52. 1 point would make 52.
And would keep the clock
Keep the clock
running?
running.
I don't understand that at all.
I don't either. Kick the extra point, unless Killen's math made him think we needed 2 to get the clock running. Do you have to be over 30? I thought it was just 30.
No, it's a 30-point lead, so I don't know what the purpose of that was.
No, kicking an extra point would have got that clock running.
Yeah.
I do not understand that play right there at all. I mean, and the pass wasn't even close to the receiver. It was,
Well, no, actually what happened was it looked like the quarterback was expecting the receiver to cut out, and he cut in.
American Killer, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. Joe Davis with Rick Phillips.
Again, the score, 51, Wilmington Hurricane. Washington Blue Lions, 22, 8:07 on the clock and not running. So we could have had this game over in 8 minutes and 7 seconds, regular clock time.
Hey, the referee said don't run the clock on an extra point as a non-time down. I say run the clock whenever you want.
There you go.
And the kickoff. And it's going deep. And it goes over the receiver's head and into the end zone.
Touchback.
I tell you, sort of lucky their courthouse is because he reached up for the ball.
Right.
If it goes in the end zone, it's automatic. If he would have slowed it down and it would have went down to like 1 or 2,
It would have been recoverable.
it could be Wilmington could have got that ball.
Right, he wasn't going to get up and get it either.
No, he was down. He fell down, and sometimes if it's over your head there, let it go over your head.
Well, it's a successful homecoming for the Wilmington Hurricane.
Yes.
Everybody's going to go home happy. Wilmington is well in control of this game with just 8:07 remaining.
29-point lead with 8:07 left. Like I said, it's not impossible, but very improbable that
Right.
Courthouse is going to score enough points to take over the scoring of this ball game.
Yeah, that would be the
But you know
most
they're-
incredible comeback.
You know they're going to probably be looking. We got a third
got a
quarterback.
pass.
No, it's Proby still in. And went for the interception, and Burns is a big boy.
Yeah, there was a collision there, and Burns, he still came up with the ball.
Richard Burns is 6'3", 200 pounds.
Thing you got to worry about, or you got to be careful of, and this is probably what Killen was telling his man there. hey, don't go for the ball for the interception and then let this guy get away and be running down the sideline.
But at least they were playing up to the guy that time, not letting him catch it 6 yards away, which is what they've been doing. Rice kept the ball running to the right side, gets over the 30 and gets tackled about the 34.
Yeah, they probably thought that the Hurricane may have figured another pass and maybe they'd fool him, but it didn't.
No. They gained about 1.5 yards to 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Proby back, throwing to the right side, timed.
It's hanging.
Oh! To Wilmington. Franz had a chance to intercept it, and then Dylan had a chance off the tip to get it, and both went through both their hands. 7:17 on the clock as it stopped on the pass play.
Score in the 0, Landon Tree 61, East Clinton 0. Clinton Nancy defeats Hillsborough 49-0. Lancaster wins over Batavia 28-7. Final score.
Proby back to pass, throwing deep down the right sideline. Burns is over there, and so are two Wilmington.
Pass for Richard Burns is incomplete.
The safety's doing a better job of getting over and helping the wide receiver on these long pass plays now, where it was just the wide receiver, and the defender, and he was getting burnt. Now the safety is going over and giving a little help. And I would say Scout Burns, because he's the main one they go to on those long, deep pass plays. All right. 4th down, 8.
Got to go for it. They don't have any choice.
Takes it. Oh, he's got a quick punt it. That shocked me.
That is shocking. And, of course, no one back for Wilmington, so...
Ball being touched down at the 16-yard line of Wilmington. I understand, yeah, but when you're down 29 points...
Yeah, with 7 minutes left, you're not losing anything.
If you don't get it, Wilmington's going to win, and if you do get it, Wilmington's still going to win, but you still got the ball. So, to me, there's more to gain than more to lose in trying at this point of the game. There comes Wilmington offense back out. Let's see who we got coming in for Wilmington. We could have some new players running on the field.
Yeah, it looks like those new white jerseys are not tarnished with any grass stains.
Yeah. Now, Evans is still in the backfield for Wilmington. I thought maybe we might have a new quarterback coming in the game here, but it's still Evans. Looks like Ames in the backfield with him.
See if a rope-a-dope goes.
Going to hand off, busting up the middle, and he still gained about 8 yards on that play.
Well, they know
the run's coming. We're not going to be passing down.
But down 51-22, your hopes are sort of dashed that you're going to win this game, and so you're missing tackles more, you're tired, you're hurting.
You may be going for the ball more than a tackle, too, trying to get that ball back.
That was sort of like trying for the interception and maybe letting the guy run up the sideline.
Right.
You can't do that.
Okay, Wilmington again looking like they're going to go. Then they stop. Everybody looks over. Phelps in the backfield with Evans. Merritt in motion. Hands off to Merritt coming around this side. Cuts it in. Wide open. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Pulled down at the 39-yard line.
Nice run. Nice run
by Merritt.
He's just shy of the 40.
He's small and quick, and if you don't grab him, he's going to get right by you.
Herded dust.
Let's see what they got him here. Well, they don't have his height. The other team has height. Our team doesn't have height, so I can't say it.
That's because everybody on Wilmington's team is the same height.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, 6 feet exactly.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So if Merritt's 6 feet exactly, he gained a lot, I tell you.
It's going to make a great basketball team.
Phelps has the ball running up the middle, running over the left side a little bit. Was up the middle, but then saw an opening over the left side, gained about a yard. More or less eating up a lot of clock more than gaining yardage at this time. Gain, they're going to give him almost 2 yards there on that run play. 5:30, 5:29, 5:28, clock going down. Wilmington leading Washington Courthouse 51-22. Evans in the backfield, Phelps behind him. Merritt and Camp down this side. On the other side, we have Matt Smith and Mason McIntosh out wide. Handoff, the whistle. Just as the ball was being snapped, we got a whistle. The referee, he was going, no. He was calling a penalty, then he goes, no. Timeout this way. No, wait a minute, timeout this way. No, wait a minute, timeout back this way.
So, what is it, Joe?
I don't know. I think Wilmington called timeout.
All right, so there is a timeout on the field. The clock is not running. It's at 5:01. Wilmington leading by 39 points, 51-22. They have a 2nd and 8 from their 41.
You can have 20% of your purchase donated to the Hurricane Athletic Boosters. Be sure to support the Buckeyes and Hurricane Boosters.
5:01 left on the clock, 51-22. All's left except the shouting.
And the Cane will be partying tonight.
Well,
good homecoming.
Courthouse has shown, they're a decent ball team.
They are.
They've scored. They've been threatened.
As I was talking with our buddies from Buckeye Country, I expected this game to be high scoring. I expected this game to be competitive. It's been everything that I advertised it to be.
I did not expect it to be a 70-0 game.
No.
When it got to be 31-0, I was shocked.
Well, Wilmington.
That surprised me.
Wilmington has put some big numbers this year, but I think the Blue Lions are a quality team.
They're a better team. Like
I think they were embarrassed last week by Massey, and I think that they weren't going to be embarrassed again this week. So they've shown that they could come back.
Handoff to Phelps up the middle, hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain.
Footnote on that additional announcement about 5 guys in the prize. We understand that Craig Krenzel, former Buckeyes quarterback, and also former kicker Tim Williams, might be a couple of players in attendance for this game at the 5 Guys restaurant. Again, those will be the games against Northwestern and against...
Evans in the backfield with Phelps beside him. Phelps actually about a yard to his left behind him. Looking over to the sidelines for the play.
And of course, in our other Campus Nation game, the Wayne Warriors, number 2 in the state of Ohio in Division I, beat the Beaver Creek Beavers 59-7.
Merritt in motion. Hand up to Merritt in the backfield. No, fake to Merritt. And Evans still has the ball running around the left side, running down the sideline on the far side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. He almost fell down. He almost got his head too far ahead from his body and almost lost his balance, but kept it. 3:55 on the clock. Wilmington scores, now leading 57-22.
And the clock will run.
Will run. Now what they're saying is the clock won't run during the extra point. They won't start the clock until after the extra point because they don't start the clock on the extra point. But I still don't understand why Wilmington didn't kick for the point and have after the extra point, have the clock start running last time.
I don't understand that either. Maybe we'll get some clarification. Maybe Marty knows.
Maybe Marty knows.
Ask Marty. We'll have Ask Marty after the game.
Yeah, we'll have our own Ask Marty, won't we? Ball's down. Kick. Up. Looks good. And it is good. 58-22, 3:55 left on the clock. Wilmington Hurricanes lead the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions.
Looks like some of the fans are going to try to get out of here early because obviously they know there's going to be some...
Should we say the Wilmington Hurricanes orange and black to the Blue Lions?
Here's Mr. Bogart.
The Reds have the Ask Marty. We're going to have our own Ask Marty. Why, when we could kick an extra point, go up 30 and have the clock running, why did we go for 2? Do you know?
Oh, I know why. So it's 35 for the clock to run consistently.
Is it 35? Oh, we thought it was 30.
Right.
So we're wrong.
Grab the mic there so we can.
Rick was wrong as usual. It's 35 clock to be running, not. So he was going to go for two. He was going to go for two. So then a 3-point field goal would do it. So you see, now we know. I like knowing things, so I don't sound so stupid up here.
That's why you ask Marty. That's why you ask Marty.
Ask Marty. You find out. See, I don't know these a lot of these high school rules.
Hey man, this is a great night for football. Great night for football.
Great night for football.
Yeah, it is. And
I tell you what. You can see what Wilmington's been missing with Dylan on the field. There's a couple touchdown passes that would have made it if Dylan wasn't there.
You know, I still don't think he's 100% yet, but he'll be all right. You know, we got
another ball kicked out of bounds. Wilmington's
and tell us what actually happened to him and the reason that he was out of the game.
It's hamstring sprain. Hamstring sprain. That's all.
Yeah.
So we just kind of been working with him a little bit, trying to get him ready.
You're not shy or anything. You can talk.
Me?
Marty shy. And we've been talking about your new hours a lot, but
yeah.
I twice came home from volleyball games, and I've refereed coming up 68 times. I want to pull in your clothes. I went, no.
Hey, no, you know what? I'm getting old, man. I had a birthday Tuesday, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you, 39 now?
Hey, I tell you that.
55. Double nickels.
She's
double
55 in the line.
So, you know, only for the winter time. Then we go back to our regular hours.
Right. Now, there was some discussion that you may actually extend those hours a little later as the winter goes on. It just depends on whether you're going to Florida or not.
That's right. You know what I mean, right? That's right.
To the summer home or the winter home.
I don't want to go to Florida anytime soon.
Yeah, not right now. No.
We got so much action going on here, and then we got basketball.
My daughter lives in Charleston, and they're in North Carolina right now because of.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, we got a big basketball schedule coming up this year too. I don't know if you've seen that.
Well, and I don't think people realize there was a AAU team or some team like that that someone coached. Who was that led them to a championship?
Some guy named
First down at 15.
I guess your son is not the only one that knows basketball, right?
Offside, move the ball back 5 yards.
Great players, I really did.
Hand off to Rice. He's hit immediately. Going to gain about a yard on the play.
Now, speaking of that, were these players actually comprised of all Wilmington, or was this a mix of players from all over the area?
In Ohio, you can only have 2 kids per school. So we picked up Matthew, but we had a couple kids from Mason, Moeller, Woodward, CHCA. So it was a good mixture. It was a great
Second down.
Right.
Great team. I love it, boys.
Proby after pass goes through, burns his hand.
I'll tell you what.
I'm doing
defender was right on top of the play that time, but the pass went right through. And that's what happens when you play defense on the guy. Well, before we were playing defense 6 yards off, and the guy catches the ball. You play him right up. All of a sudden, he's thinking about other things, and he doesn't catch the pass.
I tell you what, you got to be up on him too. You talk because a slant is hard to cover.
Oh, a slant is very hard to cover. You got to be right up on him.
So
you can't be 5 yards off, catch him, and then try to tackle him. It's just not going to happen.
Well, not to change the subject or anything, but
go ahead.
Joe keeps bugging me about this Memphis-style barbecue, and I told him, I says, usually it's the Chillicothe game that we get it, but
as a matter of fact,
he said, what about home games?
As a matter of fact,
we thought, we're getting all this other stuff.
As a matter of fact, hang on a minute, the Chillicothe game, last game of the season, right?
Right.
It's here.
That's right, it's
all
here.
right.
We're going to eat, buddy.
I have been bugging him. I said, why is it Marty furnishing?
Pick.
We are advertising you heavily up here. I even have you in the game sometime, although today I did not have you in the game.
You see him down there, right, Marty Jr.? He's down there.
Oh, I see him. I didn't see him a while ago. Was he there a while ago? I didn't see him a while ago.
Yeah, he was down there when you went down.
Yeah, you've been on the football field. You've been on the basketball court. I mean, you are a man of many hats.
But see, that's why I'm saying when I put Marty in the game, I'm used to saying that Marty in the game. So
Oh, it's a great view from up here, isn't it?
Oh, I love this.
Mm-hmm. All right, 50 seconds left to go in the game. It's running 47, 46. Third down and about 14.
That's fourth down.
Well, they've got 3 down up there.
They've got third down on the field. They've got fourth down on the scoreboard.
A while ago, I called the shot. It should be second down, and they got third down, and then they ran the play, and then they had fourth, and they started screaming, and then they give them another play, which was right. Because
was that before or after Marty was on the field?
Exactly. Right?
That was before Marty was on the field.
Exactly. So yeah, man, Chillicothe game. I'll hook you guys up.
Right.
Because I said, hey, we're advertising. We should, they're bringing us up this hot dog stuff here. We should be doing this Memphis barbecue up here.
Yeah, I mean, we're in Beaver Creek. We get B-dubs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we gotta pump it up here in Wilmington.
What did we get when we were at the doing the away game up at not Carlisle?
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Except I didn't get any.
Well, whatever.
I didn't make it in time. But now, the Beaver Creek game, I was camped over the food because I wasn't on the air. I was just engineering. So I was over the food. They had Submarine House submarines. They had B-dubs. They had the spread.
Yeah, we had timeouts. 3rd down now and 14.
So I guess it is 3rd. Okay.
And they're still saying 4th down on the
scoreboard.
Oh, an incomplete pass. Well, they did a while ago. They had our team had the ball, and they kept saying defense on the scoreboard.
And we were on offense.
So I guess it was 3rd down.
There goes. Already left. Already Junior left us. No, thank you. Appreciate it. What is that? Wait, is that a
These are Buckeye.
Buckeye, yeah, Buckeye.
You're a Buckeye fan?
I'm a Buckeye fan. You got that right. Thank you.
I'm trying to cut down the sugar a little bit.
I'm trying to cut down the sugar, but I never
Well, I am, but I always
say no to a Buckeye.
I always
And
Friday.
2-1-0. The game is over. Wilmington lead wins 58-22 over the Warsaw Courthouse Blue Lions. Go Hurricanes.
You guys have a great Cane week, right?
All right, Marty, we thank you, and we thank you for your support. You know that.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, brother. You better be good, man. See you next week.
Yes, next week.
See ya.
Next week we got Miami Trace. Miami Trace will be in to face the Hurricane next week.
I got a Buckeye in my mouth.
You got a Buckeye in your mouth, and it's a lot of peanut butter, and so we don't want you to choke. I don't want to have to do a Heimlich, or more importantly, I don't want to have to do mouth-to-mouth. So anyway.
No, definitely not.
No. I mean, you may be considered cute by your grandson, but no, especially with those nose hairs hanging down there like a mustache. Don't want to fight that. But anyway, so the Hurricane prevail, 58-22. A good game. It was a good contest. Blue Lions did not lay down on us. Obviously, it was homecoming, so Wilmington had sort of an extra incentive. And Wilmington continues to maintain their possibilities for the playoffs.
Yes.
Because they keep winning. I didn't catch the Vandalia Butler score, so I don't know what they did. But as long as Wilmington continues to win, even if Vandalia Butler sort of went on a little losing streak, it would not affect that much as far as Wilmington. Right.
Wilmington's got some big games in front of them. Of course, Miami Trace.
Right.
But the biggest game is going to be Chillicothe and Massey.
Right.
I mean, of course, Wilmington has to win every game, no matter who the opponent is.
Yeah, and I think
but these makes it even bigger.
Yeah, I think that in all reality, I mean, you've got this was the 7th game of the season. We have 3 games remaining, and those games are Miami Trace here at Alumni Field, Clinton Massey out there in Clarksville, and then back here for the finality, the final game against Chillicothe. And what really hurt last year was when Wilmington lost to Clinton Massey by that 1 point, and then turned around and they went to Chillicothe and they got beat again. So, Wilmington has already obviously lost 1 game this year. They can't afford really to lose any more games, but certainly they can't afford to lose, let's say, to a Massey and then turn around and lose to a Chillicothe.
That would be devastating.
And when you look at the problems, obviously Clinton Massey is in a lower division than Wilmington, so even though they may be a powerhouse in their division, still that would be devastating to lose to Clinton Massey.
Now, what they also don't want to do is to beat Clinton Massey, be
And
so
then lose
elated,
to-
and
right.
then go to Chillicothe, and then lose to Chillicothe.
Yeah, it's almost like a trap game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that is the ball game, and we certainly enjoyed bringing you this game tonight. One last time, it was Wilmington over the Blue Lions of Washington, 58-22, and of course in our game earlier tonight, and that was obviously from Wayne. It was Wayne 59 and Beaver Creek 7. Now, I'm going to take this phone call from Roger. So for Rick Phillips, we say good night, everybody, and go Cane.
Go Cane.